give up the fight. In a world where the culture is up in flames, we're sick and tired of playing these games. Why must we follow the same path once traveled on? Why can't we be ourselves and just move on? They hand us the script, then they tell us to kneel to the altar of slogans while they bury what's real. They dress it as virtue, they sell it as truth, then they got every story and blame it on you. Knock, knock, knock at the asylum door. We've been waiting in the dark, we've been here before. Step in from the fire, let the madness hit the floor. You don't have to be what they wanted anymore. Knock, knock, knock at the asylum door. If the world wants war, then we'll sing a little more. They say the message matters more than the tale. Then act surprised when the whole thing fails. Truth gets buried, good stories bleed, while the same old machine keeps demanding we agree. They hand us the script, then they tell us to kneel to the altar of slogans while they bury what's real. Knock, knock, knock at the asylum door. We've been waiting in the dark, we've been here before. Step in from the fire, let the madness hit the floor. You don't have to be what they wanted anymore. Beneath the crowd, bring your fear, bring your scars, bring your little broken stars. In these halls you are not done, you are not the only you don't have to be what they wanted anymore. Racing thoughts and restless hearts, we were made for something more. Knock, knock, knock at the asylum door.
First of all, I want you two kids to know this is a safe space, okay? Feel free to express yourself. Don't be afraid. I sense there's an enabler here, but we'll get to that.
Previously on Gothic Therapy.
One of the Funko Pops got through my barricade and stole my chocolate. Right out of my hand!
Lost in time. Will our duo ever find their way back home? Or is Kim's plot successful and they're doomed forever to wander time with no way of getting home? Find out.
Meow, roar, hiss!
Burn the witch!
I was never here.
See, guys, there are no sharks in this old well. Oh God, Sinclair! Not this again!
I summoned Pot of Greed to draw 3 additional cards from my deck.
That does what it do. Screech! I will get you, my pretty, and your little crackers, too.
All right, listen up, you bunch of lost souls and weirdos. It's showtime. You want to survive in this world of pop culture chaos? Well, here's the secret. You got to hit that subscribe button over on Gothic Therapy's YouTube channel. Yeah, that's right. Do it or I'll come knocking, and trust me, you don't want me as a house guest. Don't be shy. Whack that button like you're slamming the door of your in-laws. And hey, hit the bell, too, or I'll be haunting your dreams. Catch you on the other side, baby.
In the heart of chaos where agendas collide. Master of the TDS and Raven stand side by side. Exploring the madness, we uncover the proof. With sharp wit and insight, we're the voice of the truth. Welcome to Psycho-Synopsis, the dark side of the truth. Dive deep into the madness you cannot refute. Seekers of the asylum, come free your mind. Crazy or not, let us be your guide. Diving into the shadows where secrets reside. We'll tear down the facade pop culture's villains can't hide. Wild theories and whispers in the dark. Join us on this journey, reignite the spark. So tune in and listen, let's spark the debate. With Master in Writing, Raven, your salvation awaits.
Welcome, seekers of the asylum.
For those searching for salvation,
Or embracing the insane.
you have come to the right place. So I got a new mic adapter. How do I sound?
Yep, so we took the time. We got a new mic adapter, but also something to address. You may have realized, wait a minute, this is the last week of the Dark Ages. Where's the animation?
Unfortunately, we were not. It was not. Umbra was not able to finish it this week. So hopefully next week or the week after, we'll probably just combine it with the next animation or something. I don't know yet.
Or we'll just show it on stream or something like that. But we will show it. It will be coming. It's just a little bit delayed, which is fine. It happens. We're not going to stress about it. But we're almost actually done with the time travel arc. After this, we'll be heading into the far future. Ooh.
Yes,
What
but you
evil
have
lurks
to
in the future?
specify. But you have to specify it's not the Warhammer 40K future, because that is literally described as the far future. So we're just going to the future.
No, I don't, because nobody besides you and a couple people in the chat who I ignore every week actually care about that. Because you want to know why? Do you want to know why?
Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Blah blah blah.
Yeah. So we now both have the same voice adapter. So that is the thing. But yeah, we will be getting that animation at some point. It's just not this week, which is going to be kind of weird because we leave the Dark Ages without that animation, and we're already in the future, and then we'll have the animation. But it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
But at least now we sound good. We have a packed show for you guys today. Oh my God, we got so much stuff to cover today. And an exclusive-ish thing that I found and I wish I hadn't found because it's awful and I hate it.
Yep. And Master only let me partake in some of the suffering with him.
Honey, I stopped
Yeah?
partway through. I couldn't continue.
We're going to have to listen to the whole thing this time, aren't we?
Yeah, yep, we are. But good thing. So, guys, you may know from the title. If you guys remember a while back, we talked about Decolonizing Cozy Games. Well, we now have the full presentation of that, and it's worse than we thought. But we'll get to that. But yes, we are back from vacation. Just a heads up, though. The next month, there's going to be a couple of weeks where we're not going to be able to stream, and it's not because of vacation. It's because
of the high holidays. Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur are coming up.
So
And
we'll
then
let you guys know.
and then right after that is Sukkot.
Yes, we'll let you guys know, but the idea is we're still gonna keep moving along, but it might be a couple weeks. There might be some weeks in between. Maybe we'll try to record some content to have upload while we're not.
Well,
online.
didn't you find all those other talks?
I don't want to listen to them.
Hey, when we did it for the GD, the first GDC one that you found, it ended up getting us a good amount of views.
Yeah, but that's not guaranteed, and if it's not guaranteed, I don't want to do it.
But it worked. It was probably because it was Kim Belair specifically.
I don't care. Anyways, we got a lot to cover today. Just a heads up on that. So also a heads up where we will also be we're not doing exposure therapy this week because we've combined it with the talk because it's going to be really long. And don't worry, this is not going to take 4 hours. It's only a 30-minute presentation, but it's pretty bad. So we'll get into it.
So let's just hope it doesn't take us 4 hours like that other one did.
Yep. Okay. Other than that, I think we're pretty caught up. Honey, do you want to let them know what our goal for tonight's stream is?
Sure. If we get a total of 20 super chats tonight, starting at $2 a piece, we will tell you about our recent trip to Las Vegas.
Yes, we can tell you about that, and because it was pretty entertaining. With that said, let's get into the chat. I think we're ready, right?
Yes. Give me just one moment to set the timer.
You should have had it ready to go.
Yeah, but I was busy putting the stream into all the Discords. You know how many there are. It's hard to keep
you
track.
You should have put it in the Discord earlier, I guess. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, whatever. Ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1. Begin.
A great one here says Diversity Officer clocking in. Hope you had a good vacation. For those who don't know, Space King 5 is coming in August 29th. Plushies for Raven and waffles for Master.
Praise be to Space King!
It's the differences that make our world so rich, diverse, and wonderful.
I still hate you, though.
Space King is awesome.
Okay. Hi, everyone. This is so Lime says, hi, everyone. Let me guess. They also hate Tamagotchi life for being colonial. They need to touch real grass because cozy games aren't colonial. What's next? Horror games need to stop being scary. Funny you should mention that because that gets brought up as well. As I said, you thought the slides we got were bad. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Put it this way, guys. I've listened to plenty of talks to Big. I had to turn this one off. I have not listened to most of it.
It's that bad.
I've only got like 5 minutes in. I couldn't do it anymore.
Okay.
So yeah, this is gonna be fun.
Taylor Hidden Swift, stop spamming super chats.
Yeah, don't get to spam super chats just to get to the goal. Rush Williams says, hey, all, clocking in. Griffin of Might says, so, Master Raven, slight problem with the golems. I enabled them to talk and half have been shouting Ave Dominus Nox and half shot back, no one cares. There's now a civil war. It's such heresy. I only have this to say.
Well, you just bought yourself a week of no TV with that comment, mister!
No TV for you.
Okay, seriously, we should probably turn off Crouching Taylor's ability to super chat because he won't stop spamming. Can we do that?
I don't think we're gonna be able to do that. We can ask him nicely
dude,
not to spam. Honey,
can you please?
honey.
I am doing it nicely. I'm saying please. Seriously, dude, can you please stop spamming and let other people have a chance to super chat?
You're allowed to super chat if you want. Just don't do it like all in a row. Like wait a little bit in between at least. Proctor says, good evening, folks. How's everyone doing? Good. T-Mac Burdinator, who we met in Vegas, says hello. And yes, I do remember. Opal Dragon says, Urinals are trying to sell us with Idea Sarkeesian did nothing wrong. I just don't know anymore. Someone make them go away, please. Well, unfortunately, urinalists refuse to go away most of the time, and no, Anita Sarkeesian did plenty wrong.
Yeah, besides making them go away is beyond our power.
Wandering Paladin says, hands Raven a cactus. You need to cut off the leaves and smear gooey insides onto your burns. It's aloe, people. Sheesh.
Aloe is a succulent, but it's not necessarily a cactus. There is a difference.
Magdalena says, evening all. Evening.
Hello.
Chupacabra Bacon says, clocking into the night shift managed to not die in 3 raids. Hello, everyone. Hello. Captain JPS 47 says, clocking in, throw Doomsday out the airlock. Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
Archlord Dunewire says, clocking in, I've hooked up AI to the ambulance so it can find the most effective route to members and to the asylum. Don't let Twitter hear you say that because they'll get very mad.
Can't we just use a regular GPS? It's not like we actually put tracking devices in our inmates.
You forget? Does nobody forget about the toll road that I made where the toll is your car? So if you drive it into the road to the asylum. It takes your car away, and then you have to walk.
No, I don't remember that.
That's lore. I made the lore. The toll road to get into the asylum is a road to get there. There's only one road, and when you go on that road, the price of the toll is your car, whatever vehicle you have. So you literally go past the toll, and your car just disappears, and you have to walk.
Huh.
Because I'm mean.
I really don't remember you doing that.
Well, now it's a thing. If it wasn't before. Youngblood Ray says, clocking in. Hope someone in the asylum can hide Bowser. Don't tell Bowser. He's very scarred. He's hiding. Shh. Demolition Dudes got a big catch today. 36-inch long nose gar and on a square bill. It was a good fight.
Sounds like a big fish. That sounds like a big fish.
3M5000 says it's showtime. Asian Swordmaster says also I'm here. Don't know what chaotic memes will come out today for me. We'll see because it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. We're gonna get to it. Fossil Soul says hail clocking into the night shift.
Hello.
Skyfire says clocking into the night shift. Hello all.
Hello.
Movie Talk Now says clocking in. Let's go.
Hey, David.
You're not gonna want to say that when you start hearing some of the stuff that comes out of this person's mouth that we'll get to. It's our first topic, so there's not much time to get into. Ooh boy, isn't it fun? Deku says, Vice Admiral Deku Mars says, Deku clock again. Lots of scary things happening right now, but I caught my first red drumfish, so everything will be fine. Hope so.
Cool.
Odin Dark says, hail night shift clocking in. Kankazin, I think I saw you respond to something of mine on X recently. Kankazin says, I voted too big to fail because Disney is creatively bankrupt and can't do anything else that beat the same dead horse over and over. Yes, but that horse is named Doom and talks like this, for I am Doom. My voice makes me very scary.
That is a terrible, terrible European accent. Couldn't they just get someone actually European?
Doom. I tell you, I am Doom. Doom, doom, doom. Doom, da, doom, doom, doom.
That was pretty good.
I was just doing the thumbs, but it's
I know.
Doom, doom, doom. Reaper Knight says, clocking in. That music was awesome. How was your vacation? It was good. It was good. Mm-hmm. Never long enough, but it is what it is. Joel Jimenez says, it's Doom, dear Sir Bastard Raven. Mwahaha. No, it is Doom. You have to say Doom.
It sounds like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, Doom has to get to the chopper.
Honestly, I think I'd rather Arnold Schwarzenegger as
that
Dr.
would be
Doom.
actually quite funny to see Arnold Schwarzenegger as Doom. Doom must get to the
only because he has a natural accent for Europe.
He hits Thor's hammer out of the way, goes, hasta la vista, baby. Vowels no Vowels says, I thought Sinclair was Purple Octopus, and how come Master's not playing an instrument in the intro song? Maybe a kazoo. I can see Master being a top-notch kazooist. Oh, God, you two are back. Well, Sinclair's whatever he decides to be, and there's actually, for those who don't know that lore, there's a video about it. We were VTubers at that point, so you could just keep that in mind. But turns out, actually, the whole thing's a scam. It's a long story. Maybe we'll cover it sometime. And as far as me not playing an instrument, well, because the program we use to make that doesn't cost money, and we don't have that money to spend. At least not right now. 2K Gamer Soul says, long time to see. How's your time off? Good. Joel Jimenez says, hi, everyone. Asylum sounds cool, Raven. Okay, good. Scrap Gamer 22 says, y'all sound like a million Dutch marquis. Okay. Fair enough. Who else is here? Crouching Taylor, Hidden Swift. You are spamming us with super chats as waiting. Okay. Let's see who else is here. There's so many super chats I can't see. J. O'Dura says, good evening. Good evening.
Hello.
TJ's Art and Comics is clocked in and here.
Hello.
Becker Miller says hello.
Hello.
Please tell the bird hello. I mean, hello, producer. They say hi to you. You have anything to say about that?
Screech.
No, he's sleepy.
Oh, so cute. He's the cutest when he's tired.
Blazeheart Panther says Doom. Tom, 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 toms. Sinclair was the couch the whole time. No.
No.
Ian Bruin says, greetings, fellow humans. I like doing human things. Did Football Rick Romero says hello and said hello again? Okay. I don't know if they may have said that by accident. Okay. I think we're through everything. Did we have any time left?
Yeah, 43 seconds.
The couch is here. Skyfire, the couch glares at you and lets out a low growl. It appears you've displeased the furniture. Yes, there are certain words that you could say where the couch will growl at you because it's telling you basically don't do that. For whatever reason. I think we're good. Let's jump into the super chats. We got a lot of them.
All right. Baked Buddhist for 2. Pennies for the plush fund. Thank you. Baked Buddhist has been a member for 12 months. Dude, thanks. It's been 82 years. Welcome back. Did I say it with the right? Did I say it with the right inflection? I was trying to go for that Titanic line.
You have to go with this inflection because you are Doom. Don't you know? I'm Doom. You do not know I'm Robert Downey Jr., even though we announced it. Because if I talk like this, you'll never know.
Would have been better if they didn't. Would have actually been better if they didn't announce it so that it would have more of an impact.
No, but they don't care. It's Iron Doom. The irony is Doom.
Crashing Taylor Hidden Swift for $2 says nothing.
He said a period, actually.
I noticed for another $2 is like OMG. And for another $2, top 10 fave Cure tracks.
I think he's asking.
Yeah. I mean, I can't actually off the top of my head name them. I am more of the aesthetic side of goth subculture than the music, although The Cure is pretty good. I will not lie. My favorite would definitely be the one, their song from The Crow. Every Night I Burn.
Yep.
Crashing Taylor Hidden Swift for another 2. Brand new day, massive writing and plot issues. Yes, we know.
Yep. Tons of it. And if you say anything about it on Twitter, shame on you. You're terrible. We hate you. You don't understand X-Men. I'm Doom.
And for another $2, all Swift, all the time.
No, you got to do it right.
Do you actually like?
No, you got to do it.
No,
no, you're rooting it. Shh. You got to do it. You didn't do it correctly because you give us 22 minutes. We'll give you the world. All Swift, all the time.
Oh, is that the reference? I don't get that reference. But
maybe not.
And then for another nothing, he gave $2. I'm just curious. Does he actually like Taylor Swift, or is it just a joke? I can't tell.
I have no idea.
Odin Dark for $2. Producer Puffer's Cracker Funds.
He appreciates this.
Proctifile for $2. Thanks, Taylor. We appreciate your support. Yes, we do. Just stop spamming. Spread it out a little, please.
It's okay, honey. Relax.
Crashing Taylor Hidden Swift. Favorite fast food? Chinese.
Maybe we'll have to turn up the thing to like $5. I feel terrible doing that. I'm not doing it.
I know. I know. And for $2, Vegas goal. Here we come.
We're getting there.
Captain JPS for $2. Helping with the goal. Is this helping? Yes, it is. We're at a total of 11 super chats now.
Well, I think there's one more that happened beforehand, right?
Oh, yeah. So technically it's 12, I guess.
Mr. Meat Shield says, hope the vacation was good. Welcome back. It was good. And we got a couch attack. The first one of the night. Couch attack!
And for once, it wasn't the great one.
The great one's gotten growled at, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but for once, he didn't spam the attack button.
Yep. All right. So I think we got through. I think I did hear that we might have gotten delivery, honey.
Let me check.
Okay, I'll get here.
Yeah, you start setting up that. Let me just check the delivery
CU Winnick says hi. Hello. Maggie says, I do enjoy the cure. Friday, I'm in love, just like having pictures of you. Fair enough.
And love cats.
Couch.
Love cats. Can't go wrong with love cats.
He's the best roommate. I need to go check.
I just did. It still says out for delivery.
Okay, good. All right. So the couch is attacking people, but we got a huge topic to discuss, which is our first topic. This is going to suck like a lot. Like levels of suck that have not been known to suck just before. It's bad.
So would you rate this as worse than Where the Wild Things Are?
I don't know. Riotosaurus Rex is arrived in time. You did. Watching Hypnotic now, but I'll catch up with this year, especially with SBI and Wolverine. It's not going to be Wolverine, unfortunately.
It's something else entirely. Because everyone and their dog was talking about Wolverine, and they're with us because we were the first to announce that Sweet Baby Inc. might be involved with Wolverine. There really isn't much more that we can say about Wolverine.
We had another video following it up that basically confirmed it again, but that's about it.
Yeah, so there's not much we can say regarding the Wolverine game, except that the game mechanics suck. But everyone else is saying that, so Master found something else, Sweet Baby Inc. to talk about.
It's
because apparently that gets us the views.
No, it's not because of just getting us the views. It's because I happened to find it because I was bored.
Oh yeah, you were. Even worse.
I was bored at an appointment and I ended up looking
Even worse, he found it during our vacation.
I did not find it during our vacation. I found it just before our vacation. That's not enough information. Let's get on to the actual topic, okay?
All right, then.
All right. Ready?
Go. Begin.
SBI is back again, and old talk comes to light.
Cozy games are problematic. Apparently, too many whites.
From farming crops to healing HP, it all must stop.
The game consultants, once again, are peddling their DEI slop. Do we really have to do this?
Yes. So you guys may remember, not that long ago, actually, I think it was earlier this year, we uncovered a talk that was being given by Tristan J. Tarwater, they, them, which I thought was a man, but I don't think it's a man. I think it's a woman. I have no idea. I'm not even
It is a woman, but for the sake of neutrality, we're just going to go with it.
Or I'm going to go interchangeably, and the reason is not because I'm trying to be respectful. It's because I honestly don't care. But regardless, so they were giving a talk on Cozy Games, Decolonizing Cozy Games, and we had some slides from it, and a lot of people covered it. Well, we acquired the actual talk.
Yeah, Master acquired the actual context.
Yes, so
slides,
we have the entire talk, and we're going
oh, is it a doozy?
It's bad. So guess what? You're gonna sit here and watch it with us. Oh boy, aren't you fun?
Suffer with us. We're all mad
and we
here.
got the whole thing uncut, uncensored. Are you ready? Woo! Woo! No?
Everyone, prepare your eye bleach and the needles for your ears and the bucket for your puke, because this is not going to be pretty.
All right, here we go. I'm going to mute it so that I can put it up quickly. And then I'm going to pause it. All right, here it is. We have the actual talk. You guys ready for cringe? No, you're not, but here we go. Cringe! They, them, theirs.
Who puts that one in their pronouns?
Why?
Apparently
Why
this
do you do this? I don't get it. Okay, let's keep going.
I feel like I'm hearing.
So this guy is going to give a little introduction to the talk, but here you go.
More conversation about decolonialism in progressive spaces, especially when we look around and we see how much violence is perpetrated by systems of colonization and resource extraction. But many of us also live in places that actively benefit from those systems of colonization and resource extraction. And this industry is no different. It's also baked into the systems that we've learned to exist in.
No, it's not.
Also, his name, Boykin.
He's wearing a Miles Morales shirt, I think, right?
That's a sweater or card. Actually, no, that's a cardigan. Men wear cardigan. Do men actually wear cardigans? I wear cardigans a lot, but honey, I've never seen you wear a cardigan, and you're a man.
Well, because I have taste.
Exactly. And masculinity.
Okay, let's get into it.
So how do we change those things? How do we change them in our games? Our next speaker is here to talk about decolonizing cozy games in particular. How do we change these fundamental assertions in places that we might find comfortable?
You don't. You just go play a different game.
Yeah.
It's not that hard.
Really, it isn't. Just play a different game.
And writer, please welcome to the stage, Tristan J. Tarwater.
Hello,
Boo!
my name is Tristan J. Tarwater, and
Now, show of hands, who actually thought they would sound like that?
Not me.
Don't miss her!
I literally was listening to Master, listening to it, and I was like, that's a woman.
What is this background? I didn't even notice.
That's a curtain on their window to avoid glare. Plus some degrees. Looks like comic books or other kinds of books. Some
Tristan
leaves.
J. Tarwater has
and there's
been known
tofu.
to... Wait,
there's a thing of tofu hanging on their shelf.
Hello? Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi. So
Hi.
just telling you, I was going to give some context that Tristan J. Tarwater has been known to do comics. So that's probably why there's comic stuff.
Oh, okay. But I also noticed a tofu wrapper on their shelf to the right.
I don't want to know. Okay, let's keep going.
I'm here to present Decolonizing Cozy Games for Games as of Color Expo.
No one ever wanted to know this, but okay.
The coloring is hurting my eyes.
So what are we talking about? Just like the title says, we're talking about cozy games and decolonization. Cozy games are a genre of video games characterized by their mechanics, narratives, aesthetics, and yes, their vibes. This is the joke of cozy games on the internet. People say, oh, cozy games are just about vibes. It's
a joke?
I've never heard of that.
I never heard of it being a joke. I've heard of it just being like a thing. It's known
like
okay,
just something cozy and relaxing. Hence the name.
Nope. Tristan's not very happy about this. It's not cozy enough for them. I don't know.
It's not wrong. The vibe is very important, but we have to remember that these vibes are generated by the mechanics, the narrative, and the aesthetic.
Thank you.
How does that make any sense?
Did you know that the vibes are generated by the narratives, mechanics, and aesthetic of something? It's almost like, things contribute to other things that. That's such a stupid, vacuous sentence.
Ugh. Everything this person says is stupid, honey.
Yes.
Drawing from a suite of these things in order to create the cozy game. There's a suite that we generally pick a few things from. We don't hit all of them, but we pick a few. We could also say that horror games are just a vibe because they, again, use their narratives, their mechanics, and their aesthetics to make people feel freaked out. But people don't talk about that nearly as much or rag on horror games nearly as much as.
Do you know why no one talks about that? It's because it's a given.
Yeah, and horror games are good. That's why there are so many of them.
No, honey, did you know that the vibes, mechanics, and things of games make you feel certain ways? No one talks about that. You know why no one talks about it? Because it's obvious.
Yeah, that's the whole point of each genre of game. Everyone has a different taste in game. Like you honey, you like survival games, and I like hack and slash games. And occasionally puzzles.
It's not even about that. If someone asked you, honey, said, why do you never talk about the vibes from a hack and slash game? Why would you never talk about it?
Because all I would be talking about is the blood and guts I spill.
It's given. It's a given. The game itself conveys certain vibes. We're not going to go, oh my gosh, what vibes does your horror game give? Obviously, horror vibes.
Yeah, no kidding. Dark, spooky places, monsters around every corner. What did you expect from a horror game, you idiot?
Yes, so we are learning from Sesame Street level stuff. The word of the day is obvious.
Cozy Games for this thing that they do really well. Let's be honest. I mean, yeah. For decolonization, this is the process by which an institution, practice, or industry has colonial values and practices removed. This includes things like education, foodways, creating, preparing, and growing food, transportation, raising kids with our partners or with our communities, and yes, storytelling and game making.
Okay, and how is this a problem?
It's not, because I don't think it's actually a thing.
Tell me you haven't played a cozy game before without telling me.
Or tell me you hate Stardew Valley without telling me.
But we got to stop pausing because this is long. Otherwise, we're going to be here for 3 hours.
I don't want to be here for 3 hours.
So, cozy game breakdown, we talked about the mechanics, the narratives, and the aesthetics. Again, like I said before, there's a suite of things that games draw from, and this is not all inclusive. But I think these are kind of like the ones to talk about today specifically. Generally, we have high agency, high safety. This is the agency and safety of the player character as well as the player. The player can often choose what to do or not to do. Cozy games are well known for not having a lot of violent aspects. Sometimes you might go fight monsters in the mine, but it's very cute.
So Stardew Valley.
Yeah.
This is literally, but I want to make this very clear, guys. In case you were wondering, this video isn't an attack on Stardew Valley. It's very clear that that's what it is. And you will hear references that will make it very clear.
I would imagine this person is very jealous of Concerned Ape's success.
Yes,
as a single game
Concerned
dev.
Ape had success, something this person has not achieved in gaming.
Mm-hmm.
You're never having someone like kick open your door and, steal all your carrots. That would be really weird in a cozy game.
Why the carrots? But why the carrots?
Yes, Bugs Bunny comes to your door. What's up, Doc? This is a stick-up. Give me your carrots.
I was also thinking of Bugs Bunny.
Give me all your carrots.
We have the control of space. The player and the player character have spaces that they alone control, design, and they can place things in. They're often repetitive and creative. The player sets the routine of the day. They choose. You might have tasks or missions put upon you by NPCs. There's a lot of, press the A button to build a chair. Press it more times to build 10 chairs. You can speed it up. And when we're talking about creative, we kind of mean a little bit more in that you are creating things more than you are, novelizing and creating new things. There's also kind of I was thinking about it, a shocking amount of automation in cozy games, which is really interesting, especially as we're talking more about AI and tasks and things like that. But that's probably for another talk, not this one.
Okay, guys, you didn't just hear what this guy, this thing tried to do. They just tried to say there's lots of automation in cozy games, and that's interesting because we have lots of things automated via AI.
Huh? You mean like some people's brains?
Look. Yes, things are automated. You know what's really funny, honey? What is something crazy?
Tell me.
A lot of things on processing of wheat and stuff like that. Do you know that's automated?
Is it now?
That's automated. Some things in life are automated, but in this game it's automated and we're connecting it to AI for some reason.
I mean, coding is a form of creating AI. It needs to have a system and rules to follow in order for it to actually function.
Let's keep going, honey. We're only 4 minutes in. We have a lot more.
Are you only 4?
Oh, honey, you're glitching out.
Oh, sorry, but we're only 4 minutes in.
You might want to go into your settings and switch to like a different. You go into your thing and switch the sample rate to something else, and then switch it back.
Okay, hold on a moment.
Unmute yourself.
Testing, testing, testing.
Yep, you're good. Okay.
Should I leave it at the lower kilohertz?
No, put it back to regular.
Okay.
Then unmute yourself.
Testing, testing,
Yep,
testing.
good. Okay, let's go. I'll continue. The torture.
They're also very at a very slow pace, at low urgency.
Must be good for you because your probably mind operates at that pace too.
Timed quests do exist typically in cozy games, but the nature of the game is kind of you do things the way that you want to do it, and the mechanics of not doing these games don't put you in like an ultimate fail state. Maybe you'll lose some friendship points, or more likely you just won't gain the friendship points that you were going to get with the person. Mini games might be timed, but these are just meant to break up the kind of chill pace of the game. There used to be more urgent matters in cozy games. I remember in Harvest Moon, you were given a chicken, and if the chicken died, the person who was in charge of the chickens like really just like reamed you out and being like, how could you let this chicken die? Like, how dare you? And I remember being like very at that part.
What was that noise? I remember being very
the game. But I haven't seen that in a while. I think too many people got freaked out about it, and they stopped doing that in these types of games.
Can you get to the point? And I know you don't have a point, but can you get to it, please?
I was going to say, what point?
Blah 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 blah. It's like blah 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 blah.
Let's talk about narratives.
Let's not.
Usually in these games, the story is you're some kind of low stakes chosen one. You're more of a Sam than a Frodo. You're not saving the world.
You're more of a Sam than a Frodo. This is literally a hello, fellow kids.
Hello, fellow gamers.
Hello, fellow gamers. I too know the rings of the Lord.
A town, you're improving an area like a park, you're arranging furniture in a very small space and trying to make it homey. And you're definitely the one for the job, though. It is definitely you. It's made very clear from like the first 5 to 10 minutes of the game that you are the person who's doing this.
Yes, that's called a video game.
It's called playing as the main character.
You know, weird. It's in the first couple minutes of a video game, you find out that you're playing the video game, and it's about you being the main character of the video game because you're playing the video game. Wow.
You always play a video game as
we
the
are
main character.
gamnig so much today. Gamnig so much.
So much gamnig.
There's also relax via routine. Relaxation is for the player, but not necessarily the player character.
Yes, because the player character doesn't actually exist. It's in a video game. Thanks.
Yes, you're controlling a character.
Your little guy
How dumb
is
is
running
this
around
person?
Very.
For hours and hours on end, building sheds and growing carrots and cauliflowers, and you're sitting on the couch just kind of hanging out and counting your things. It's familiar and it's comfortable.
Hence why it's called cozy.
NPCs to talk to help you, people who are rooting for you to succeed. Drawing back to the control of space, you also have your own space. The player is given space to control, given a home or to expand your farm, or maybe you're the mayor. You're in charge, basically. There's also often a return to something. So this ties into the nostalgia kind of as an aesthetic, but there's often a return to some idea of a former glory or stability or an equilibrium. Things were thrown off balance, usually by someone outside of the community, but you are here and you are here to fix it. In terms of aesthetics, we have neutral to upbeat aesthetics. Also the visuals and the sounds. You don't usually have, things screaming or loud buzzers in these types of games. Everything is super cute. A lot of really great art, pixel art, a lot of really great 3D art in cozy games. You know, you just want to have a little stuffed animal of your sheep and things like that. You want to put
you're a sad, strange little thing.
A little hat on them, or dress people up like a maid because that's the best thing ever.
Thanks for sharing your fetishes with us. Can you please keep them to yourself? Thank you.
Creepy.
You like dressing up your NPCs like a maid because it's the best thing ever.
Creepy.
Greetings, human. I have loved playing your cozy game.
Ugh.
They're very nostalgic, back to this kind of like simpler, quieter time. And there's usually plants and nature in abundance. You don't have a lot of cozy games that are set in outer space. And even if they are, there's usually a huge emphasis on the plants and the farming in them.
Well, yeah, how else are you supposed to survive in outer space?
Yes, that's what cozy games are. Thank you for taking 5 minutes to explain to us like we are literally live under rocks that we don't know what cozy games are.
This person lives under a rock.
Put it this way. My dad is a normie when it comes to video games and stuff. He's never been interested in those kind of stuff, but he used to watch me play Stardew Valley and he knows enough of what a cozy game is.
Yeah. That and Subnautica. He watched you play that and Subnautica. Those are the two games he remembers most of you playing.
So the idea of safety is crucial in cozy games. It's kind of the idea that allows us to have cozy games, the player and the player character being safe.
Maslow's hierarchy of needs as it relates to coziness. And also she's ruined pancakes. She put blueberries on them.
Mastery, safety. Hate to break this to you, but I don't know how this even relates to cozy games.
It doesn't.
The hunger, the thirst, and the shelter of the player character are all satisfied. And again, it's safe because of the mechanics and the narrative of the game. This isn't a
God.
No. If you don't
This is where I
make it
checked
to your
out.
house, if you don't make it to your house on time, you pass out and lose some of your stuff. How is that
Did you
safe?
know that it's satisfying because the character gets to do stuff that the game's coded to do? The game has this, you have to survive and be safe. Wow.
Wow. This person's an idiot.
Monster game. No one is hunting you down. You're just there to kind of like help build something. And because these things are all satisfied, the idea is that the player and the player character can then start meeting these other needs of connectedness, self-reflection, and mastery.
Yeah, no.
It's designed to make you feel comfortable, hence the term cozy.
This literally could have taken like 2 minutes. They could have just said, cozy games are designed to make you feel cozy.
This is one of those things of that meeting that could have been an email.
Yep.
However, unlike hunger, thirst, and shelter that are really easily defined, safety is not. Because what feels safe to different people in different circumstances is not always cut and dry.
Yeah,
Here we go. Wait, guys.
Oh, here comes
You're
the
gonna
stupid.
love this.
Here
You're
comes
gonna
the real
love
stupid.
this. They don't like cozy games. Why? Because it's not safe for them.
So if cozy games are meant to feel safe, who are they safe for? For example, for me in real life, being the only person of color in a town doesn't make me feel safe. However, being able to blast salsa music in my house does. Or
then guess what? Do that and don't play the game.
Simple
problem
fix.
solved. You're welcome.
Very simple solution.
Guys, it's terrible you can't find a cozy game where you can blast salsa music in your house. It's the only way I feel safe.
Then just do that in real life.
Stay in it.
No, honey, you need to tell this person to get a life. They're already in a room.
Hearing frogs at night does make me feel safe.
The Coqui frog, I'm guessing?
Hearing frogs at night makes you feel safe. Okay, interesting.
They're probably referring to the Coqui.
We're making games for big audiences, and we don't all face the same dangers or threats in real life. And what is familiar is going to be different from person to person, depending on their cultural backgrounds.
Let me make this very clear for you, idiot.
Sigh.
A cozy game does not exist in real life. That's the whole point.
Games are supposed to be escape from real life, hence the terms realism and escapism. Yes, there should be some realism in games, but only to the extent that it makes sense in game for the mechanics of said game. Like the rate that crops grow, and that you can only buy certain crops at certain times of year.
But this is really dumb, because what this person's trying to insinuate is that cozy games are not safe enough for other people of different cultural backgrounds. You know what's really cool about cozy games? First off, they weren't made for you. They're made for the majority of the audience, and you are not the majority of the audience. Hate to break it to you.
Clearly.
And you know what's cool about them? Last I checked, in a cozy game, as far as I know, there could be one out there, they don't emphasize race or culture or whatever. You just get to be there and exist in a world and escape from reality. That's what cozy games are about. So you are here trying to say that cozy games aren't good because it's not enough of an escape from reality. It's that it doesn't mirror reality enough for you. That's not the point.
That's not the point of any form of escapism, which is what a lot of these people seem to have forgotten or never knew in the first place.
Let's keep going.
Mm-hmm.
If safety is built on familiarity, we have to think about culture in a deep way to make cozy games hit for more audiences.
No, we don't.
Yeah, no. Not everyone likes cozy games.
Here's an idea. If the cozy game makes you feel uncomfortable, right? Because it doesn't have the character blasting salsa music in their house or listening to frogs, then either go make your own game or don't play it. Simple
solution. Seriously.
A really good example of this, I feel, is Venba. That's the cultural background that is shown in Venba is not my cultural background, but the idea of playing.
It's not your cultural background. That means you're uncomfortable, according to your own words.
But doesn't that mean it wasn't made for you?
No, but they're literally explaining why this is good, even though it doesn't reflect them.
I don't understand.
Music when you're cooking and freaking out as you're trying to make a recipe that you really want to make really resonates. It really hits. And I think it does for a lot of people.
How would you know?
You just went onto a tangent explaining why cozy games don't hit for you because you have a different cultural background. And then your example is a game where you even admit it doesn't fit your cultural background, but it's still hit for you. So which is it?
Both and neither.
So let me get this straight. You've decided that it doesn't fit your cultural background. It's not a good cozy game, right? But then at the same time, you've acknowledged that cozy game doesn't have to meet your background and it can still resonate. So you just undermined your whole argument. Roll credits, 10 minutes in. There's literally no reason to even talk further. You just undermined your entire argument.
Please make it make sense. But wait, there's more.
Seen people play this game in groups and seen people in the chat talking about it. It is possible. It has been done, but we have to really think about culture and take it seriously. Moving on, Bill. We have decolonization and decoloniality. It's time to be a little bit academic.
You wouldn't know what academic is if it hit you in the face.
No. And isn't this one of the slides we talked about in our last video?
Yes, but guys, we had people, when we talked about this in the video, when we talked about these slides, people were saying, well, you're taking it out of context. You're terrible people. Let's hear the context then. I'm sure the context will fix everything, right?
No, I doubt it. No, I doubt it.
So decolonization It is often framed as an undoing of colonial influences and structures. It is also a creative process of imagining what cultures would look like if not disrupted by the exploitation of colonialism. I want to focus on the word creative here because decolonization is different from nostalgia, which is more of like a thought experiment, usually of something that is idealized, I would say. And I would say nostalgia is also weaponized by capitalism.
Huh?
I'm sorry. Did this person just say nostalgia is weaponized by capitalism? Are you okay? Are you okay? Did you get dropped on your head multiple times?
Again, let me repeat myself.
I'm so confused.
Huh?
What is this?
How, darling, tell me, exactly how far did you get into it
just
when you
about
were
this
listening?
far. This is what I checked out.
Oh, dear.
Guys, did you know nostalgia is a weapon of communism?
Huh?
Decolonization is actually about the future. It's about filling in the gaps of what could have been and doing that together.
Huh?
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 What does that
make it make sense?
Guys, decolonialism is about doing things that you were going to do in the future and then doing them. What does that even mean?
I don't know.
We also have decoloniality, or in Spanish, decolonialidad, which is the process and practice of rejecting Eurocentric ways of knowing and being. It was coined by Aníbal Quijano, who was a Peruvian academic. This concept acknowledges how different concepts of the cosmos influenced knowledge acquisition, information storage and transfer, and ideas of the self. We have to remember that our workflows and our businesses that we all work for were built by colonizers and their descendants.
Oh, God. Guys, everything you worked for was built by colonizers. What? Guess what? Guess what? Thing Tar Water. Yes, whatever your title is. Hi. That means your own company that your Sweet Baby Inc. and what your job is was also built by colonizers, so you need to give it up forever. That's the rules.
Oh my God.
Can't I mean, you can't practice what you preach, right?
No, they never do. My brain hurts.
Well, we got still about 20 minutes more.
To exploit and to extract. So if you value Wikipedia over knowledge from elders, that's going to affect how you make video games and how you're going to run your business and how you interact with people.
Huh?
If you... What?
I don't understand.
They're basically saying if you don't listen to your elders and what they say and you value information you can find online on a Wikipedia, it'll hurt you for what you're trying to make your games with. What?
I don't understand.
What is this talk about again?
I don't understand.
Guys, we're only a couple minutes into the context. I don't think this is making anything better. I feel very vindicated on what I said.
I don't understand. Let's continue.
So, now, colonialism and cozy games.
Now, this is the slide everybody focused on, and so many people were like, maybe they didn't mean it that way. You don't know the context. Okay. Fair.
Well, now
let's hear the context.
Now we actually have the context.
Let's hear what I'm sure this context will fix everything, right?
No.
Where I'm sure at this point in the talk, maybe some of you have already come up with ideas.
Yeah, ideas of anything else I could do besides listen to this talk.
Ugh. But you decided we have to listen to it, so.
We is a joint decision. You're welcome.
Oh, right.
colonialism exists in video games and also imperialism. I also want to say that these things don't only exist in cozy games, but today is just about cozy games. We're just going to shout cozy games out specifically. So, for example, where do we see colonialism? So many white people. This is true in all games, but especially in cozy games. I think there's a lot of animals in cozy games as well, more than people of color.
Whoa!
Wow.
Whoa!
She did not just go there. It went there, honey. It went there. Oh my God.
Did you just say, first off, you said that games have too many white people with them. Fine.
And
then you said that
there
games
are
have
also,
lots of. Go ahead.
Then said there are also lots of animals more than people of color. Whoa.
Okay. Source?
I made it the bleep up.
Source? I made it up so I could get offended at it.
But that's just out there, and I'm sure we're all aware of this. But
no, we're not, because you're crazy. You're a psycho. Seek help.
Yes.
There's also the idea of the outside individual who saves the day. The idea that the people who lived in a place for decades, who know the area, who know the land, who know everyone that's there, and then the idea that they don't know how to use their resources well, and they can't fix their own problems, is a colonialist narrative.
How?
No, it's a video game. It's a video game. Video game. What is wrong with you?
Oh God.
Oh my God, guys, if you play a video game and you're the person who does all the things to fix things and the people who are there didn't fix it, it's colonialism. They should fix it themselves. Do you realize if they fixed it themselves, there would be no game?
Yeah, I don't think they do.
Guys, the context doesn't seem to be making it any better. Please tell me if I'm wrong. Maybe I'm mishearing this.
No. We're hearing it as is.
That idea has done a lot of harm in real life.
Source?
Unknown.
Source?
Unknown.
Guys, the idea that someone could come in and save the day and the people who are there are just stupid and don't do stuff has done damage in real life. How?
Error. Logic not found.
No, explain to me. Somebody make me an argument of how that would cause harm.
I cannot.
Someone coming to help people who are lazy and haven't done it themselves or who have trouble.
I don't know.
And we see it playing out in cozy games as well. The land is there for the taking. You can take and take. Things replenish. Things never really lie fallow. The flower will always come back.
Yes, because it's a video game. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk.
Also, the land is not there for the taking. You're there because you've inherited the land.
Or you buy it. And you know what? Here's an idea. Uh-oh. Well, honey, what did you do? Well. This time it wasn't Jean Grey. Clearly, what happened was Raven's computer was just like, nope, I'm out of here. You'll never take me alive.
Open
Hello, honey?
Yes, StreamYard's just like
you're not loading.
Really? Can you hear me?
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Hello?
I'm right.
Honey?
What?
You there? You're there. Yay, you loaded.
Was I really not loading?
Nope.
Weird.
Okay. So
StreamYard just seems to hate my OBS for some reason.
No. StreamYard, your computer was like, nope, I'm out of here.
If only that were true.
Okay, here we go.
Ugh.
Back into it.
It's just the land is there to generate things for you to take. Corn and wheat make number go up. This is kind of about two things. It's about the types of plants and farming that we see in cozy games and how food is perceived. We see a lot of, first of all, the fact that you can grow every kind of food on your land is really interesting. And we see things like corn, wheat, carrots, cabbage. There's a big wide world of plants and foods that people eat to sustain themselves out there. And they're not always really represented well in these games.
It doesn't matter. It's a video game. Thank you.
Yeah. Also, part of the little bit of realism that's in said game is that you can only buy the seeds for certain crops at certain times of year when they are normally grown IRL.
No. You're not allowed to buy wheat and corn and bananas. Not allowed. Bree, I'm offended.
Also, the way that food is perceived, it's usually given a numerical value that helps to fix your energy or your HP.
Yes, because that's what food does. If you eat food, you get more energy. That's how food works.
Yeah. You get food, you eat food, you restore nutrients in your body that help your body, function and heal itself.
Guys, do you remember, if you guys may have seen, I posted on X, very vague post about how someone said that eating food is problematic. Well,
now you know.
And that's not really what food is all about. Food is about its connectedness to the lands, what it represents. It's about the history of the food being prepared and being shared by people. There's way just more, I don't know, I associate food and vegetables and growing things with love, and you don't always see that in cozy games.
Then go grow your own farm.
Guess what? It's not your video game. It's food. Most people don't go, yes, food. Let me tell you about the history of my corn. They go, corn tasty.
Food.
Yum, yum, yum.
Food, glorious food.
I'm imagining this is the person. You ever see those people who go and put flowers in the supermarkets on the meat? I imagine they're going putting flowers next to all the food.
Or protest, or holding protest signs in front of the dairy section so people won't buy
corn
milk.
Was stolen from farmers.
Ugh. Vegans are the worst. Radical vegans, anyway.
We have nuclear family or 2-generation families. This is also really common. You don't see as
it's also common for real life because that's how real life works.
Yeah, and there are also, when you get to romance the characters, you can make gay relationships.
Nope, doesn't matter.
Many aunties or uncles. You don't see as many ancestors. You don't see multiple generations always living in a house.
It's because it's a video game.
It's doesn't need to be
game. What is wrong with you?
Everything.
You might see 2 generations max, and we see a lot of families with maybe one kid. And I understand this and some of the things I've said before has to do with the constraints that we have in video games.
Then why are you mentioning it?
Let's find out.
I want to find reasons to be offended. Okay, I found reasons to be offended. What's that? Logic. I understand the logic behind it. I'm still offended.
We have only so much bandwidth and time and resources to do these things. But when you're thinking about making, the little family that lives next door, maybe take into consideration what they can look like.
Why? It's not necessary.
Guess what? If someone wants to make the family whatever they want, they can make the family whatever they want. If you don't like it, make your own game. Make your own family. You can't because you're talentless hacks, and all you do is get offended by everything and then blame gamers when your games fail. The reason your games fail is because you make talks like this one.
What he said.
We have monochronic structures, 4 seasons, and the Gregorian calendar. This is about timekeeping and how we perceive time. Not every culture cares about punctuality. And the pace of cozy games is typically slow, but we don't have to break the day up into hours at all. There's also kind of the issue of the 4-season year, especially in games with farming. I'm here in the United States, and most of the United States doesn't have what we think of as the 4 seasons. We teach every little kid about the 4 seasons, but that's just not the reality for many people here.
Guess what? It is. It is the reality for many people because people aren't you.
Yeah. Different
school.
different locations have different climates. That's just how nature works.
Who cares? Everybody knows this. It's so stupid.
This person never left kindergarten, did they?
No, their brain never left kindergarten.
Here or
Clearly.
all over the world. And of course, the climate affects the kinds of foods that you can grow, the kind of activities that you can do, and other kind of things that are going to be in, the culture that you create. I live in Portland, Oregon, and I mean, how many seasons we have is up for debate.
Nobody cares about where you live. This is a game that is set in a fictional universe. In that universe, they do things a certain way. If you don't like it because you're so offended, because, oh my God, it has 4 seasons. I'm so triggered because in Portland, Oregon, we don't have... Nobody cares. Go tell your therapist.
I don't think they have one.
If you have a therapist, go tell them. If you don't have one, get one.
Yes, but don't book my husband. He's just going to refer you out because he doesn't want to deal with your level of crazy.
That, and it would also be a dual relationship conflict of interest because I've watched her talk and now I never want to meet you.
Right now we're in summer, but it's been feeling like spring the last few weeks.
Oh, boo-hoo! Climate change!
I'm not talking about climate change. I'm talking about geography.
I'm waiting for it. Climate change is coming. Watch.
We have like wet and dry. I would love to play a cozy game just set on a tropical island where it never snows. Honestly, I would like to never see snow in a video game again in my life.
Then play a game where it doesn't snow. I guess you won't be playing The Long Dark.
This sounds like a personal preference. Guess what? The game wasn't made for you. Don't play it.
Don't play it.
Imagine being this butthurt about a video game because it has snow in it and I find snow offensive. Do you know why I find it offensive? Because it's white.
Idiot.
I'd love to play that. We also have conveniently ancient civilizations. You can't displace something if they're not there anymore. Am I right?
What?
You mean archaeology? I think
you can put their things in the museum, but you don't have to.
Tell me this is not Stardew Valley.
It's Stardew Valley.
Putting things in the museum. Okay. Guess what? Let me translate this whole talk for you. Where? I'm offended because Stardew Valley was made with one person and they did so much of a better job and all of our games suck but we pack them full of DEI and garbage rather than actually make a good game and nobody likes them, so I have to find reasons that I hate Stardew Valley because I have to be a rebel and be against everybody else. Nobody cares.
Literally, if you wanted to get through winter in Stardew Valley, all you have to do is sleep every day of winter, and it'll
Here's
just
an
pass.
idea. Don't play the game. Problem solved.
You can also if you're playing as a male main character, you can romance the male NPCs and marry them.
You know what you could do, honey? Hey, you want to play Stardew Valley? You're mad at the snow? You can go outside and stand in the snow all day and just yell obscenities at your computer. It'll make you feel better.
That's what this person should do.
Actually talk to the people about it. You can decide what the things are for, what they meant, and what it was meant to do. But you have no one to talk to about how do you feel about this? Who made this? Somebody.
It's a video game.
Why does this person feel the need to connect video games to real life so blatantly?
Let me explain it to you, honey. It's because they cannot separate reality from fiction. This is why these people ship things. I guarantee these are the same people go, my ship, all this stuff.
So this person is schizophrenic.
No.
Or schizoaffective.
No.
Or
We don't diagnose anybody on stream.
I just know because schizo means a break from reality.
Honey, stop it.
Sorry.
We don't diagnose anybody on stream, but this person is disconnected from reality and has created a reality of their own and is unable to separate it from the idea that fiction exists.
Yeah. Clearly.
I made it, but I guess you don't usually know. Something that's kind of interesting is spirituality is silly, and I understand why. This is for a good reason, because a world where like Krobus and Jesus exists.
Krobus! She said it said Krobus! Krobus is Stardew Valley! Confirmed!
Stardew Valley confirmed!
You are salty about Stardew Valley! Wah, wah, wah!
Someone is really jealous of Concerned Ape! And Krobus is adorable! Why are you dissing Krobus?
Concerned Ape bad!
Ugh.
Would be like really wild. We're getting into the kind of like Cars Pope situation. But we have to also remember that spirituality and religion are really important for many people, and it's one of the ways that people talk about how they understand and perceive the world and themselves. Without spirituality and religion, you can sometimes then lose touch with the past, and how people connect with each other and how they deal with things like grief, happiness, celebrations. So without spirituality or religion, you kind of, it's a tool in your tool belt that you're kind of just putting aside all the time. And it can be really interesting to explore things like that.
I'm confused.
Yeah, so is this person. They're dumb.
Quite.
And also, good point we made. Honey, if you beat the game in Stardew Valley, for the most part, you can actually unlock an island called Ginger Island, where you can literally go.
And it's
the same thing. Yeah, weird. It's almost like you didn't play the game fully. Maybe you should go do that and stop. Oh wait, sorry. I know why. You know why, honey? They got to winter. They're like, oh my god, snow! Turns off the game.
Yeah, they rage quit.
It's too white. It's too white.
There's also just straight up racism sometimes in cozy games. Again, not just cozy games, but it's just something that happens.
How?
Source?
Examples?
Are you going to give us an example? Where's the source, please?
Examples?
How?
Oh,
no examples.
Conveniently, no examples. Conveniently, you are full of baloney. You are full of freaking baloney. You did that on purpose. You know there's no examples because you are a loser. You are a pathetic loser.
Oh, God.
They just skipped over it. I don't need to give you a source. I said it, so it's true.
No examples. None. Wow.
Do
you want to know why? Because there isn't any.
Yeah.
How can we decolonize those games? It might seem kind of obvious from the list that I just read, some things that we can do to decolonize games. But instead of giving a list of things to do, instead of depositing knowledge, as Paulo Freire would say.
You haven't deposited any knowledge. You have none.
You have simply deposited personal feelings and opinions.
You have deposited your feces.
We did not need.
You have deposited your feces in a form of a presentation.
I thought you were going to say in the form of a brain.
No, presentation. It's just that it stinks, just like you.
Who was a very important academic who wrote about decolonizing education. I thought instead I would post some questions that we can talk about and think about with our community members.
No, it's not your game. Go away.
Our fellow people who we work with in games, our friends that we game with, our friends outside of work, unrelated to games maybe. What does safety mean for the audience we're trying to reach?
Guess what? It's a video game. It doesn't matter. The end. You're welcome.
Yeah, why do you need to feel safe while playing a game?
No, you misunderstand. they don't feel safe because the game doesn't reflect their reality enough for them.
Oh, yeah. So they should just make a game about their own reality, and then they would feel
Or here's an
plenty safe.
idea. Here's an idea. It's really cool. Want to know what you could do? Don't play the game.
The horror.
But then I can't be offended at snow.
Remember that
Then move to
safety
the Arctic.
is tied to familiarity. So we're trying to tell the player and the player character what is expected, and that they can feel safe and welcomed in this community.
Tell me you've never you don't fundamentally don't understand what a cozy game is, and I've never fully played one without telling me.
This.
Also, I want to point out that what is in the base game is really important. For example, if plátanos are in the base game, then that tells the player that, hey, this is something that we cared about to put in the beginning of the game. If you put these kinds of things people would like to see in
Sorry, let me translate.
Oh, boy.
No, it's things you would like to see. Hold on, I'm noticing something.
What is it? Is something wrong?
Yes. Let's see. Are you serious?
Uh-oh, what is it?
Hayden Panettiere has died.
Who is
at
that?
36. You may know her, honey. Save the cheerleader, save the world. She was the cheerleader.
What?
She's dead at age of 36.
You're kidding!
Not immediately available data. It seems like they struggled with stuff through childhood. We all has a memoir. We don't have much information. They passed away.
Oh boy.
Well, we still have a little less than half of the presentation to get through. Let's get through it.
Yeah. Let's put that grief aside for now. We'll mourn after. We have to finish this.
We want to finish this.
A patch, it kind of feels like they were an afterthought, and that doesn't feel as good as seeing the things that you love to see, or maybe
The things I love to see because I want them in the game. That's what I'm talking about. Nobody else wants to see them because nobody else cares.
Selfish, me, wah.
Eat or listen to if it's for music, if those are in the base game, that feels a lot better than being an afterthought. Also, what mechanics, rewards, cultural touchstones, and character archetypes will we implement that will resonate them? This kind of ties back to the first point of the types of assets, the music, the style of building.
Let me translate. Make a game that I like, or you're not happy.
Then make the game yourself, dumbass?
They can't. They work for Sweet Baby Inc. That's why they're here.
Oh yeah.
So context did not make this better.
It made it worse.
The things they're going to farm and the manner of speech that is used around them. These types of things can help to make a place feel more familiar and therefore more safe for the player. What is the relationship of the player character to the NPC community? And
the NPC community.
Whatever you want it to be. It's a game. You don't have to interact with the NPCs at all if you don't want to.
No, I interacted with them and they offended me.
You can marry all NPCs if you want to.
They mispronounced me. Boo-hoo! Go kick snow.
How can we handle this mechanically and narratively?
Barefoot.
Often it's the outsider, or maybe you have a relative who has died, who has left you something.
So Stardew Valley, yes, you made it very clear you're mad about Stardew Valley.
Yeah.
That's not super common. Maybe some of us wish we didn't have parents, but sometimes being.
You wish you didn't have parents.
You would not be alive without parents.
This explains so much. So take your mommy and daddy issues and go deal with them on your own. Stop projecting onto other people.
Take your mommy and daddy issues and move them somewhere else. No?
Having relatives or having parents or someone you can relate to in town, someone looking out for you, can feel really safe and really familiar.
It's a video game. It is not real.
Why don't you just move in with your grandmother or something? Or are you already doing that?
It is not real. This does not exist.
And be more cozy than just showing up and being like, hey, this house is for you. The person who left it to you, I don't know, just start growing those carrots, buddy.
She's really obsessed with carrots.
It's a game.
And she's really obsessed with carrots.
Okay. Hey, Tristan, if you're watching this, which I'm sure you are, because I know that you watch. Hi. What are you doing here? Can we have a talk for a minute? What the heck is this? What is wrong with you?
Everything.
I'm going to call you out. This is clear projection. It is a garbage presentation. You should be ashamed for making it. Please go get help. Seriously, go get help. Stop projecting. And if you can't play a game without having it connected to your reality, then guess what? You have issues. It's not a problem. It's not a conspiracy. It's you. And you need to go get help. I'm telling you this sternly, but I am literally telling you this because nobody else clearly has told you this. Stop projecting. Take a step back. Go to therapy. Talk to a professional. And I ain't talking about some, affirming therapist. I'm talking about a professional who's going to challenge you and help you work through some of these issues by pushing you to deal with them yourself. Stop blaming everybody else for your problems. Not everything is some secret conspiracy towards Black people or towards you. It's okay that other people like things that you don't like. It's okay that there are games that exist that don't cater to you. If you cannot accept that, you are fundamentally disconnected from reality and you need to get your act together now.
What he said.
How many generations of people are present at any time? Are there aunties? Are there uncles? Are there great-grandparents? Are there relatives that are not actually relatives? They've just been friends of the family for 3 generations. That can also make a game feel more familiar for some people. And it's also just kind of fun.
No, it's not. The game is fun for the way it is. If you don't like it, don't play it.
It's also like a fun mystery of trying to figure out who you're related to.
We do not need to know your journey in life of how to try to figure out why your parents are and why they abandoned you. Okay, this talk is why they abandoned you. You're welcome.
How is time measured, and how does this play out mechanically and narratively? How many times of day are there? How do we talk about time and the season?
How many times of day are there? It's a clock.
Make it stop.
The clock tells the time of day. It makes me feel pressured. I don't end up places on time, and now I'm offended.
Make it end.
Guess what? You know what I'm going to tell you, Tristan? Something very important. Be offended. Be offended.
Yeah.
You want to be offended so much? Be offended. But nobody has to feel sorry for you.
Yeah, we really don't. All we can do is laugh at you. Laugh and smack our heads until they're red.
We're getting close to the end. I want to get this done, okay? Because we have other topics to discuss.
Kind of importantly, how is the future talked about? Is there discussion about what's going to happen in the town after the player character isn't around anymore?
No, because it's a video game, and you play the video game till you're done, and then the video game goes away. That's how the video game works.
Or finishing the main storyline unlocks extras that allow you to continue playing.
Does the game have more content? What happens when your character leaves? Are the poor NPCs okay? Do they have to deal with snow while you're not there to yell about it?
It's a video game. No one cares.
No. I know we can play a game forever, and some of these cozy games can feel a little bit like purgatory after a while.
Listening to this talk is purgatory.
It's worse.
If you're playing them day after day, kind of the same day, and you there's no threat of you dying, which is great and comforting in its own way. But there's also something that's kind of comforting about having a legacy or leaving something for somebody else, of maybe being the person who leaves the house for your relative when they finally get burnt out at their work and they need a place to be.
So you're upset that you don't die at the end of the game and then leave the house for the next person.
Huh?
You know what's really cool about that? It's a video game! Holy crap!
What is the relationship of the player character to the land, and what does this mean mechanically and narratively? Is the land a character with its own dreams that the player can interact with?
No, because it's literally dirt.
It is a plot of land.
Guess what? It is dirt. The field, the land is dirt.
It is not like field from reincarnated as a vending machine. It's not field from but it's not field from reincarnated as a vending machine. It's not a sentient plot of land like an anime.
If it was field from reincarnated as a vending machine, I would hope it would smush you.
Me too.
By mistake, clearly.
I would hope it uses her as fertilizer.
No, that would be a waste.
Yeah. And probably would be bad fertilizer.
The plants would grow racist. And yes, all this is in Minecraft. We're not being serious.
Minecraft.
Can the player character give anything to the land? How do the NPCs talk about the land?
It is dirt!
They're going to talk about the history of the town.
I got
That's
you more
it.
dirt.
Dirt pile of dirt.
We spent a lot of time designing the land and the backgrounds, and so.
No, you don't. You didn't make this game. You're talking about Stardew Valley, a game you weren't involved with that you're very salty about. So here's an idea. You could contribute to the land by salting the earth with your salty tears.
Yeah, the game has its own lore that the creator of the game created.
Wah, I'm sad. I'm going to water the plants with my tears of sadness. Meh.
Boo-hoo.
I got it, honey. We don't use them as fertilizer. We'll literally plant them in the ground with their head sticking out, and then they can cry, and we can use them as a sprinkler. That way it can be useful. We're giving back to the land.
Why not give it a voice of its own?
Because it's dirt. It's dirt.
It's just dirt.
Be like, hi, I'm Fieldy the Field. Are you going to plant your seeds in me? Like, no, weird.
That sounded horrible.
Yes,
say that again.
It did. Exactly.
Maybe in a different way. It doesn't have to be in the form of a fairy or someone.
No, you're talking about crop fairies in video games.
Yeah, they're talking about the Junimos. She's talking about the Junimos.
No, they're talking about crop fairies in Stardew Valley, which can come and bless your land and stuff. Stupid.
You can marry potentially. Right? It can just be itself and maybe have a different way of thinking things for the player, and it can teach the player something. What are accepted ways of knowing? Is it just books in the museum? Is sharing stories at the campfire a way that helps improve the player and their community?
You don't want Stardew Valley. You want a different game, and that's fine. Go play that game.
Please, leave Stardew Valley alone. It's perfect as is.
This can also be about how we build tutorials or how things are appraised and identified. We don't have to just rely on academic knowledge and using that as the highest form of knowledge. We don't have to build a hierarchy of knowledge.
A hierarchy of knowledge?
Oh
this supposed to
no,
mean?
institution's bad. You should listen to your elders around a campfire, especially the ones that go, Don't listen to what they tell you in school. Cleopatra was black.
She was Greek.
Knowledge within our games. And we can honor things like people who just know better than us. We can let people be experts.
You're not an expert in anything.
Clearly. Except being
in our
dumb.
games and honor that.
You don't know the first thing about honor.
Can the NPCs affect the player's routine in any way, or is the player the only one who can affect the narrative?
Considering the NPCs are the ones who give you the quests, yeah, they affect the game.
Here's an idea. Who cares? Who cares? They're NPCs. They don't exist.
Could NPCs decorate the items that the players make, or create foods or new recipes?
They're NPC stands for non-playable character.
Somebody actually thought this was a good idea to platform this person and let them talk.
No, I'm actually going to reveal the definition of NPC from the second season of Trapped in a Dating Sim. Narcissistic personality complex.
Yeah.
With food given, or is the player kind of the only person making things? Can they just leave a storyline if they want? That kind of stuff feels more realistic.
It's a video game. It's not supposed to be realistic. It's supposed to be a video game. Please stop trying to tell us.
NPCs are literally programmed to follow the narrative.
I know one of the things about cozy games is that they're very, I don't want to say monotonous, but they're very routine and they don't have a lot of chaos. But chaos is kind of what life is all about.
It's not life. It's a video game. You play it to escape life.
From life.
That's why it's cozy. That's why people like them, is because they can do something that doesn't impact their life and they can enjoy some of the things without the consequences.
Idiot.
You are so unbelievably dumb. I do not know how they even allowed you. How did someone look over this presentation and not say, yes, that's very nice. Leave, please.
Because all the people in these kinds of things are at the same level of intelligence, aka lack thereof.
So we should all bury them in the dirt with their heads sticking out, and they can water our plants for us with their tears.
Yeah, I would do it. And then I would feed them, and then I would keep them alive with the plants I grow on my field.
Okay, let's not say anymore. We're gonna get into weird stuff.
Things just happen and we can't explain it. But also that's okay, because if you have your community there, then you can deal with it, and you can either try to make meaning with it or you can move on together. So introducing a little bit of chaos maybe into your world through the NPCs, why not?
No.
It's not your game. It's not your game. You don't get the decision. Bye.
How are players rewarded for their efforts? Is this just money? Is it renown, or could it be something like just having knowledge? Could you just
Oh my God, you just want to play a different game. Go play a different game.
I think the game they want to play doesn't actually exist.
The game I want doesn't exist, so I'm angry that everybody loves Stardew Valley.
You know what I once heard as a writer? If you can't find the book that you want to read, write it yourself.
The problem is, honey, they've tried to make games like this, and the problem is all their games fail because they forget the most important thing. A game has to actually be interesting and good and have a story, and doesn't have people standing around a campfire going, Kumbaya.
Yeah.
We'll give you knowledge, my lord. Kumbaya.
And not to mention that all the
sprinklers. Kumbaya.
May I interject?
No.
And also the fact that the people who take that advice of writing the stories they want to read are very terrible writers.
Let's keep going. We're almost done with this.
Please make it end.
You know about stuff, or how much people trust you in a game. Is my workplace a place where decoloniality and decolonization are important values?
What does that have to do with the game?
No, because I'll tell you why. Most people go to work, act like a professional, and shut the heck up.
Most people don't know what professionalism is anymore, darling. That's why you get called a fake therapist, because they can't believe you're a professional.
they don't realize people online get so mad at me all the time about being a therapist. I'm using because I'm bringing it up because you brought it up. They say, "Oh my God, you obviously bring in all your hate for SBI and all this stuff." No, I'm a professional. I'm not going to take bunny slippers and wear them to a doctor's appointment. Why? Because it's not the correct place for them. So you know what I'm going to do? When I'm a professional, I'm going to be a professional. And that's what you do. You don't go, "Excuse me, this work is very full of colonialism." You get kicked out. You get told
fired.
No. You get the cookies taken away from you. You get sent to your room where you should have been sent. You seem to have issues with your parents. That explains a lot. You were never told no. Guess what? I am here to do the most important thing you're ever going to hear, Tristan. No. No.
Seriously, no.
This probably should have been the first question, because it's kind of the most important one, because I want people to notice the word here that is values, which means that you and the people that you work with have already had the hard discussions and figured out what that means.
Huh? What? What did it say?
What
I don't care anymore.
does decolonization mean to us and decoloniality? And what does that mean in how we work with each other, regardless of what game we're making? And how can we emulate that in a game, or how can we build that in a game? It gives you something to orient yourselves towards, instead of just kind of this, are we doing this? Constantly checking in. You can't build a game that is decolonized with the idea of like, we're going to get all their money. I mean, I guess you could, but I think it would ring false with the people that it would ideally matter to the most. Obviously, making money is one of the metrics that we use to judge a game's success.
Really?
If you hit all of your values, that's another type of success that we can all kind of go towards. And also, like, how does our community feel about the game? So if you
This person has just made a giant 30-minute rant about why they don't like Stardew Valley and why they're upset that Stardew Valley doesn't cater to them. And everybody likes it, and they're finding problems with the situation and saying, "Oh my God, the game's bad. Please hire me, Conservative. We should think about other people." No, he should make a game that everybody likes. Shut your face.
And from what I understand, Concerned Ape doesn't have any employees, right?
He does. He does have a couple now, but they're not people like this weirdo. Thank God.
Good.
If you start
Man
there in
has
your workplace, I think some of the other things will fall into place, and you'll come up with even more questions together about how you can decolonize your games. To conclude, I want to talk about some games to check out.
Okay, so want to make this very clear. Tales of the Shire was one of the games they worked on. So you're basically shouting out yourself because you have no taste.
Yeah. All the other ones I never heard of.
Do some things really interesting. They're not all cozy games.
Then why are they here?
Because I want to promote myself. Oh.
But they all have something that I think show kind of this idea of decolonization. So the first game I'm going to talk about is Fields of Mystria, which I mentioned earlier.
No, you didn't.
Fields of Mystria is kind of like, it's a Harvest Moon, like I would say. As you can see, there's a little pink cow.
I thought it was a pig.
I'm sorry, that cow has hair and it's pink. What did they not think about cow lives? Do cow lives not matter? Does the land have a face? Does the cow have a speak for itself? What if it doesn't want to be pink? Huh?
Oh no, honey.
I'm using your nonsense against you. How does that freaking feel?
Oh no, honey. It's just the Para Duma.
Sure.
No one's going to know that reference, but that's what it is.
A fantasy-ish type setting, with lots of people of color and family types. There's a family with 3 kids. There's this like really wacky aunt who's there, who lives with her niece and nephew and has all these great stories about dating all these guys. There's a lot of cutscenes and dialogue that support the idea of the group effort. Often the player has to do things like collect a lot of items to build a building or to...
So you mean like Stardew Valley? So you're just saying this game's okay because you like it, and versus Stardew Valley you don't. Cry more.
Start a new process in the village, but the cutscene shows everybody working together, and there's also some dialogue with NPCs like, oh, we're all working to help get these guys to show up at the market, am I right? There's also this really interesting thing where there's an archaeologist who works with a witch to solve some of the local mysteries about artifacts. It shows this kind of idea of science and
You know what's funny? In Stardew Valley, there's a
wizard. There's a wizard in a tower.
And there's also a guy named Gunther who literally oversees a museum. So it's literally almost the same thing. You just decide you didn't like that one. Got it. Okay.
Probably because they were males.
Like
melding together and them being equally as important. Salt Sea Chronicles and Mutazione, specifically Salt Sea Chronicles. I will never shut up about this game.
You'll never shut up in general. You made that very clear.
30 minutes of nonstop talking.
Game. It is not a cozy game, but it is I would say it's a future-facing narrative game about community. And it's ugly looking. It does a lot of really cool things, but one thing that it definitely does is that it builds cultures very well.
I want to mention, this is 30 minutes, guys. This doesn't
Are we almost
feel like
done?
30 minutes. Yes, we're at 27 minutes.
The game takes place on an archipelago.
And then we'll move on to reviewing stuff. So good.
So you have all these really small communities, and because of the technology that's there or the people that are there, each island is a little bit different from the other one. And the people are different, and they have their own kind of lexicons, their own traditions and things like that. And it's really cool. Another thing that Salt Sea Chronicles has that I think is really neat is it has a card game that you can play. And it's a kind of game where you have a partner across from you. There's YouTube videos about it. You can watch it.
No.
But what I think is most interesting about it is that this card game has variations for each island that you go to. Each island has its own other rule that you have to know about when you're playing the game. And I think that's really interesting. I think that's something that's really true about culture. And seeing that in cozy games would be really interesting to have like more mini games that are tied to the culture of the place. Tales of the Shire. This is the Hobbit game that has recently come out. Specifically, I think the party mechanic where you as, a Hobbit get to invite other Hobbits to your space of your choosing, and have a party for them and cook food for them and send invitations and be like, what would you like to eat? And they say, well, I want to eat something like this. And you go and you get everything.
Hey, Tristan, are you going to mention that you worked on the game? Tales of the Shire, you worked on it. You are promoting yourself under the guise that you're not. You are a load of crap. Shut the hell up.
Ready. Food is a huge part of...
Do you know why your game failed? This is exactly why.
Of every culture, how we think about food is really important. And the values of preparing food is also really important. How we show care for people by doing that. I think it's really interesting and cool that they have it. And more games should having meals with other people instead of just throwing it in the box so that you can get money for it.
Okay, and
cry more. Stardew Valley, you sell food. You don't eat it with your family. I never had parents.
And it shows.
And also Wanderstop, which I think a lot of people probably would have thought about.
I've never heard of it.
Wanderstop it goes without saying, but Wanderstop kind of is like you can't to-do list your way to a complete sense of self. A lot of cozy games are really task oriented where you're just completing tasks to do things. But that's not really building community, and that's not finding out necessarily more about yourself. You're finding out that you can follow a list which is important, honestly. There's definitely been days when I couldn't follow a list, and I've definitely thought of myself in certain ways because of it. But
Oh God.
Sigh. How much longer is until in this
We're almost
horror?
done. We're getting there. We're getting there.
it's more
How
about,
much longer is almost?
We're almost there. It's literally almost done.
How? I'm asking for a timestamp.
I don't know.
hanging out with your friends, realizing more things about yourself, who you are to different people, what you're able to do together. That is important. And Wander Stop kind of shows that you can't just, check off the box. I'm good. That's not how it works. So I guess I would end this by asking one more question, but I
No.
Please
guess
don't.
how do you say cozy in the languages that you speak? And
Huh?
where do those words come from? What are the etymologies? And what does that inform what we think of as a cozy game?
What?
You are
Please
okay,
turn it off.
honestly, I'm sorry. This person is the person who ate glue when they were in preschool, okay?
Yeah.
Paste.
And possibly lead.
For example, in Spanish, one of the words for cozy is acogedor, which derives from acoger, which means welcoming. We can also say íntimo, which is a cognate of the word intimate. And both of these words, I would say, are about orientation towards a place or another person. So how are we welcoming people into the worlds that we're building? And how do we continue to help the players always feel like they belong in the community?
You play games that you like and you don't play games you don't like. Stop crying about Stardew Valley. You'll never ever reach those sites. You guys suck and you never learned anything clearly. But no, you're all victims.
And this community, of course, includes not only the people, but the land and the stories that we built together. So if you're interested, some of the resources are the essay Cozy Games, or rather the study Cozy Games by Lust Garden.
Never heard of
you
it.
can also read Values at Play in Digital Games by MIT Press. It's a really great book. I highly recommend it.
No.
I want to say special thanks to Cameron Wilds, Kim Belair, and James Wright for always making working in games feel like home.
And that's why you fail. Guess what? So your home life, you had no parents. So you're in other words, it feels like home to you because no one's in charge and everyone's around going, ah, Ooga Billy hit me. I ate paste. Yummy.
Pretty much.
And I want to say thank you to G-Doc Expo for having me and for all of you for coming to my talk. Let's keep it welcoming, okay?
No.
Thank
Leave.
you so much for that.
Turn it
talk,
off.
Tristan.
Turn it off. Turn it off. Turn it
I
off.
gotta admit, I felt a little uncomfortable thinking about some of the ways that some of my favorite games might change. Would they maybe not be as easy, not be as quote unquote
Turn
fun?
it off.
We're waiting till this is over.
Why do we have to listen to this part too?
Because I want to hear what he has to say because he's a paste eater too.
But talking about decolonization is not necessarily about more fun or easier. It's about finding deeper, more meaningful connection to ourselves, people around us, to the land that we live on. It's about connecting to heritage and community. Fundamentally restructuring our relationship to food, to people, to time itself. I mean, that's all pretty big stuff.
What the hell does that have to do with a video game?
I'm going to translate. I am mentally ill. Ooga booga, ooga booga.
Blah, blah, blah.
Being able to do that and explore it in games would be a great first step.
No, it wouldn't.
So thank you so much for that talk, Tristan. If you'd like to catch up with them, you can find them on LinkedIn at TristanJT, or you can head over to Blue Sky and look up Back That Elf Up.
Back that elf up?
Yeah.
Hey, honey, now you know they're Blue Sky.
I already knew.
Oh, yeah, good point. Okay.
I know all of your secrets, and I wish I didn't.
Yeah. Well, it's over now.
Okay, so
Can I go drown my sorrows in chocolate?
You can go check if you. I think I just want a game. I just want a game. That's literally what we all feel right now.
I do need to, however, step out for a moment because this chair is. I'm very uncomfortable in my chair. I need to grab some support pillows.
I'll read some comments quickly, and then
Okay.
we can get to super chats, and then we can move on to something
I'll be
that's
right
not
back.
this stupid. Is it over? Did we survive? Leaves to have dinner. Ludo Narcon is worse, but I know this one too. Yep, I've heard that one. It was not great. Stop it. The cringe is unbearable, Gene Gray. Games are not about fun. They're about educating, you pleb. That literally. Silly man in his Miles Morales sweater. He went full retard, man. Never go full retard. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Make it stop. It's not a talk, a soapbox crying rant. Thank God it's over. She must have ate an entire wall's worth of lead paint chips. How long until their funding runs out so they got business already? Unfortunately, they're still getting business. Well, I'm going to be honest with you guys. They've been under the radar, but they're still around. They recently had a game that came out not long ago called Blueberry. So they still get games. If the Soviets were still around, they would say she's a good, useful idiot for cause of subverting the Western capitalist culture. No thinking, but much ideological figure. That's true. This is not how you end a speech.
Peanut butter. I'm having some peanut butter. I'm going to mute myself for a moment.
Okay. She obviously says Latinx. Yep. I take 30 psychic damage. Right. So no one should be allowed to play games this person doesn't like because they can't adult. Yep. Pretty much. Dang it. Cozy wasn't the word. You wanted the couch to eat you. Wanderstop was kind of a rep, but the character models are weird as hell. Well, to be fair, Wanderstop was made by the same people who made the Stanley Parable, I believe. So. But remember, guys, she doesn't want parents. Something sus is going on. Yep. I sacrificed all my monsters in the field to summon Blue Eyes White Dragon. Burst stream of destruction. Get this chick off the field. If I invite a friend over, what do you mean to eat me? What do you want to eat means there's pizza place or Chinese food place for you. That's it. Otherwise, it's what I make. I don't stock my kitchen for any possible meal. Tale of the Shires is mostly positive on Steam, but no one's playing it. Again, I want to make very clear. This person worked on that game. They were promoting themselves without admitting that they had worked on it.
Yep.
So culture is the different rules we have for card games. Yep. I was only here for the animated goth grots dancing and shredding guitar.
I'm sorry you had to suffer with us, Thraka.
Oblivion, I see you in the chat. I saw that you had said at some point that I'm trying to find your post. At first, I really like Trapped in the Dating Sim Season 1 and Season 2. Good. It's not bad. It's just they changed the art style. But I want to see what you said. You said something along the lines of like you were unsubscribed. How do you decolonize Warhammer 40k? Lol.
Good luck with that.
I guarantee this isn't from Portland originally. Yep. I wonder how long you've been subscribing for. I was wondering why I hadn't seen your streams for a long time. YouTube hates us, so
yeah. I think the great one literally just sacrificed himself to the couch.
Yeah. Master, be honest, this is a side to test us on our sanity. You caught me. No, it wasn't. You just put us through about 2 hours of hell. You owe me $500 to cover my therapy bill. Nope. I just look up blueberries. You can tell by the title of the art. It sucks. Yep. All right. Let's get to the super chats, and then we can move on to actual good topics. Yay!
Brain cleansers. All right. Wild guitar for $5. Sorry I'm late, but I meant to ask Master, just how did Raven fall in the water on your vacation, and what measures will be taken for future safety?
Who says she ever fell in the water? What if it was all a lie? You'll never know. Ha.
Ian Brune for $5. I wish to point out that plants extract nutrients from the soil, eradicate all plants for their colonialist ways.
Colonialist ways. Oh, God, plants are colonialism.
Crushing Taylor Hidden Swift for $2. Sorry, I got a bit carried away.
It's okay. It happens.
Yeah. Vice Admiral Deku of Mars has been a member for 7 months. Thank you very much. Decolonizing Cozy Games by Charles Ghost. You SBI folks are the ones colonizing our games. Yes, Space Rocks. Oh, this is going to be rough.
Yep.
Odin Dark has been a member for 4 months. Thank you. Skyfire for 10. The only way to save Doomsday would be to include the scene of Doom playing just a friend, and even then I'm doubtful.
I don't think there's any way to save it.
No. GS Wolfwood for 5. Decolonizing? Can't wait for all the economic collapse, ethnic genocide, and unrelenting mayhem in every new cozy game. Tom Nook doesn't deserve this. Odin Dark for 2. You heard it here first. AC isn't a safe game.
Funny, they worked on it, so.
GS Wolfwood for 5. This idiot is mad her degree in Chicano studies didn't land her a 6-figure job. This is clearly economic terrorism to help us pay to make us pay the difference.
Maybe.
Crashing Taylor Hidden Swift for $2. Yes, I actually like Taylor Swift. Okay. And Crashing Taylor Hidden Swift for another 2. Goal achieved. Wonder if we're actually going to get to our other topics, because we're already 2 hours into the stream. Holy crap.
We're going to have to get through them as quick as we can.
Yeah. James Crawford for 5. Sorry, I was asleep and listened to at 1.5 to catch up. Rosh Hashanah Sameach. Thank you. You too.
All right, guys. We're going to jump into the next. I have to head out, unfortunately. Vacation things at the end of it. We'll finish episodes tomorrow. Great breakdowns. Holy crap. Yep. We're going to get into some good stuff. We're going to get into a review of a movie, and then we're going to go quickly over some D23 stuff, and then we're done, honey. You forget. We don't have exposure therapy.
That is true. So do we have to go over every single point that you wrote down for the movie?
For the movie, yes. For the D23, no.
Okay.
We're just going to go through it quickly. We're just going to give our impressions of it. Okay? We're going to do the rhyme as usual. Then we'll go into what we're doing. We'll talk about when we watch the movie. And then we'll go through it piece by piece. And we'll give our take on it and be done.
All right. Then let's begin.
Here we go. The Last House, a movie that first seems all right.
Then they kill the dog and the plot dies on sight.
Trapped inside for years by a mysterious threat.
But sea monsters just need compassion. The strangest ending yet. So, where do we even begin?
Well, while we were on vacation, we decided to watch some movies. And one of the movies we decided to watch was called The Last House. It's a movie on Netflix. It's rather brand new. The premise seemed interesting. So we watched it.
And the trailer looked pretty good.
So we watched it, and, well, it wasn't that good.
The ending made The ending made us laugh at its stupidity.
So we're gonna go through it piece by piece, quickly, and give our take on it. So to be fair, the story is about how basically people are trapped inside their house by aliens who come from the rain, pretty much, or not aliens, but we'll get to it, honey.
Yes. So the movie starts. Yes, the movie begins with the father of the family, Jason, fishing to establish that a lot of this movie has to do with the ocean.
Yes, and we'll get to more of that. And it starts off pretty okay.
Mm-hmm. And when he gets home, it starts raining, and when they try to leave he tries to leave with the kids to buy a Christmas tree. The door won't open. None of the doors or windows open, and he can't even break a window because of a thin layer of rainwater blocking everything.
How does a thin layer of rainwater block people from getting out of the house? Don't know.
Don't care. And when they look outside the window after panicking for a bit, they see the neighbor holding up a mirror to try and get their attention, and then the neighbor writes down on a whiteboard that they're trapped too.
And it turns out it's the whole neighborhood. Everybody's trapped. Oh no! Water trapped them in houses.
Literally, for some
I wish I was
reason.
kidding. That's literally what this is.
They literally can't leave their houses
because water.
Yeah. So it ends up becoming. They end up having to ration their food and entertain themselves and whatnot. And days turn into weeks and weeks turn into months. And still they can't get out. And still they can't get out. And because the father, Jason, through written dialogue with his neighbor, reveals that he's an engineer, we get to see him actually creating contraptions to help out with, different situations inside the house.
But what's funny is my favorite part is when they have him write stuff down, but then also have him say it out loud and say what the neighbor's saying out loud too, so that if people aren't paying attention to the movie, you could actually pay attention. You don't have to pay attention to it.
Well, it is Netflix.
Yeah, but and Netflix claims they don't do this, by the way, but they do. And they use it as an exposition dump to mention he's an engineer, so he can make a bunch of different contraptions to keep them alive, and one of them ends up becoming the reason they stay alive.
Yeah, which also is something that should not have happened because plot holes.
But we'll get to that. Let's keep going.
Okay. And the daughter, Ruth, starts catching glimpses of mysterious figures outside in the rain.
Yeah. So we hear there's this creepy creatures in the rain. We only get glimpses of them, and you're thinking, oh, it's building up to something. No, not really.
Yeah. At the end, it's really nothing. And then the dog, Cassidy, runs out of heart medicine and starts getting sick.
So the dad, Jason, puts him out of his misery and shoots the dog. But it's okay. The dog is meat, and since they might need it, he chops it up and puts it in the refrigerator.
First he convinces his wife that if things
but wait, he has a gun.
Bad,
He has a gun.
Yeah, we forgot to mention he showed his wife that he bought a gun without telling her.
Which is important.
Apparently. But yeah, he used one of his few bullets to kill the dog.
And then chops the dog up into little packages and puts them in the refrigerator.
A freezer, yeah. For emergencies. As emergency meat.
Tasty dog meat.
And it ends up it ends up becoming useful because during the months that they were trapped indoors, the parents had the kids doing little PE things, and the daughter, Ruth, decided to do silk dancing from the ceiling, a beam on the ceiling that was next to the chimney, which was broken. And
the chimney is established that it's broken and it's sinking the house. So it's important because if the house didn't have this, they wouldn't have survived.
Yes. Basically, her weight makes the crack bigger. Her weight and movements on the from on the beam, make the crack bigger, and basically create an opening in the chimney that she's actually able to climb through and was able to stick her hand outside. Hence that picture of a hand outside.
Yes.
However, this, yes, may I say it?
Is a major plot hole.
This is a major plot hole, yes. If every single opening of the house is supposed to be closed up by rain.
I want to mention, they also established that you can't dig down to get out of the house. It's like completely surrounded by a barrier even underneath the soil.
Yeah, even when the dad tries drilling a hole through the door, he sees the water closing it up on the other side.
And he tries to dig down into the floor, and he can't get too far down because it blocks him.
Because of the water. And so somehow...
for some reason, the chimney just isn't closed because
Yes, the chimney does not end up getting blocked off at all the entire time.
Which conveniently allows Jason to make traps that trap animals from outside so he can go fishing in the house and uses dog meat to coerce the animals and catch them and bring them in so they can continue to be fed. Hooray for plot convenience.
I mean, they also show the mom planting seeds, which I know is something you always say is important for survival.
Yeah, but they would have died.
Yeah.
I wish they did.
Considering how much rain there was, they shouldn't have had enough sunlight to grow those crops.
Well, doesn't matter. The plot needs it to happen.
Yeah, they also still somehow had power, electricity, running water, and
for a little while, and then it just stops one day. Oops.
Yeah.
But make sure to touch on all the points, honey.
Yeah. So yeah, we mentioned they built an ecosystem. They basically built an ecosystem, and they collect the rainwater through the chimney, and they use the chimney crack to get meat from outside, and then they plant crops. And in fact, the kids' Christmas gift to their mom is the first tomato of her plant of her crops that actually successfully grew, and she eats it and cries, saying it's delicious.
Yeah,
I know that doesn't really have to do anything, but
so now we get to the point where suddenly there's a 5-year time jump.
Yeah. And my question when we started this, honey, was how do the kids have clothing that fit them after 5 years?
Good question.
Are they hand-me-downs from the parents? It's never explained.
Don't know.
The house is falling apart, but they somehow developed a system to successfully live in it. The dad has automated
his fishing gear and all this stuff. He makes an automated trap that steals stuff. But then guess what? After 5 years of not being caught, what happens? The spooky monsters from outside realize they're in the house.
Finally realize there are some people still alive. And so one of them comes into the house
and kills all their plants.
And ruins all of their fresh water.
Yes, conveniently.
Yeah, turns it all into salt.
Yum, yum.
And when Ruth realizes it's salt water, she starts looking into lore and mythology about sea creatures for some reason.
She realizes that basically they're not aliens. They're from the ocean. They're creatures from the ocean. And Earth belongs to them. And so we were invading, and so they're taking it back.
Why can't they just stick to the ocean when the humans live on land?
Because reasons. But then, honey, wait. Then the plot decides to happen after 5 years, right? So what happens? And finally, after 5 years, Ruth decides, one of the traps the father makes catches a ferret, and she decides, I like this ferret.
No, what happened was the ferret entered a trap meant for something a little bigger, and so was able to escape inside the house, and she picked it up, and it bit her.
And she opens it. She opens the trap to let it out.
Oh, yeah, stupidly.
She opens the trap to let it out and goes, "Oh, look, you fair!" It bites her, and then she goes, "Uh-oh, rabies! Oh no!"
She gets infected, starts running a fever, and the family realizes they have no medicine, no antibiotics.
Wait, the plot comes to the rescue because the neighbor across the street.
The neighbor who did the whiteboard writing at the beginning of the movie said that he was a retired dentist, and the mom
Which means
realized
he just happens to have antibiotics in his house, right? For anything, because clearly teeth antibiotics would be the same thing you use for, I don't know, rabies?
I don't know, but basically the dad digs up the toilet. And they realize if they can't leave, since they can't leave the house from the outside, they'll escape the house from underneath through the sewer
The dad
system.
finds out because the house has been sinking, there's actually a way for him to get out, and they discover that they're able to get out through the sewers. But the sewers, the pipes for the sewers are huge. Why?
Yeah, it's the air vent trope.
Why? So the mom can go in the sewers, of course.
Yes, honey, it's the air vent trope. That they always show air vents. That they always show air vents that are big enough to crawl through, even though realistically they're only big enough for small animals.
So she takes the gun and she goes out to go through the sewers to the neighbor's house. She managed to get in there, but oh no! The monster has seen her. Oogly boogly boogly.
She finds the medicine and waves at to her family through the window that she has it, and they're telling her, "No, come back, come back! The monster's right behind you." And then the water rises.
Well, she manages to make it back, but drops the gun, and they decide, "Uh-oh, the monsters are going to come for us now."
She drops the gun after shooting the monster.
Yes, but the monsters are going to come for us now. We have to be prepared.
And so they start weaponizing the house.
And what's funny is, like, Jason has like a car and engineers it into a trap and stuff. Long story short, the creatures come, they all flood the house. But guess what? Jason built a harpoon. How? Don't know.
He's an engineer.
He shoots the harpoon and he catches the creature.
And puts his knife to its throat and says,
"Open the door! Let us out of the house!
Let us out! Put down your barrier, or I'll kill you." Things like that.
But then he remembers that Ruth,
the daughter said that the rain people are actually friendly. Even though at one point there, one thing we forgot to mention in the beginning of the Everyone's Trapped Inside, there was one lady who was on an outdoor run, right? And she came home, realized she couldn't get inside, saw her husband, said she was going to go get help, and then ended up missing for an entire month.
And turns out she was living outside, and basically when the creatures found her, they ate her.
Yeah.
So yeah. So for some reason, Jason remembers, "Oh my gosh, I need to be merciful." And so he decides to spare the creature, who then opens the door and decides they don't want to fight him anymore.
Yeah, and so
the plot needs to end, the movie needs to end, so the creatures are just suddenly not aggressive anymore.
Yeah, so basically the rain stops, the door opens, the family goes outside. All the other sea creatures surround them with ill intent, wanting to eat them. And the one that they spared says, "No, leave them alone."
"Ooga booga, don't eat them, ooga booga."
In the form of an oceanic octopus roar.
Oh!
And basically, all the creatures go away, and they take another neighbor's boat, rename it Cassidy after their dog, and
they
set
sail.
And
they find out, and it resets the day count to 1, and they find out they're broadcasting over the radio, and they hear back. Someone says, "Hello?" And then it cuts to black, setting up a sequel. Yes, the whole movie it ends because after the creatures are proven to not want to be compassionate, not want to be nice, not want to help humans, not want to be merciful. When one human is merciful to them, they decide, "Okay, we'll be merciful now."
They literally trapped all the humans inside their houses and starved them to death. The family only survived because they grew plants and somehow had an opening in their house that the octopus didn't account for.
Yeah. So, long story short, I will be giving this movie a 3 out of 10.
I don't even know what to give it.
3.
I'm gonna leave. No, I'm just gonna leave my score blank.
I will put it this way: Supergirl was more entertaining. No, sorry. Let me rephrase. Supergirl was more coherent. Tell me I'm wrong.
No, I think you're right. I don't
know. But literally, think about this, guy. The movie ramps up to the end, and it's like, oh gosh, we killed all the humans and flooded their world and took them over. Oh, you were nice to us? I guess we're friendly now.
It made no sense.
Yeah, so 3 out of 10, and I'm being nice by giving it a 3 out of 10. I don't want a sequel. Netflix, stop funding these terrible movies.
Yeah, my score is just going to be non-applicable. I don't know what to rate it. I can't.
I give it a 3 because I like the trailer more than the movie.
Yeah.
I give the trailer a 3. I give the movie a 1.
Yeah.
Anyways, oh, by the way, you want to know what the creatures are? You want to know the story about them? Well, nope, you don't get any of that.
Nope. They remain a mystery.
Yeah,
the
fun.
End.
Ooh, wee. Haha.
The end. Wandering Paladin has been a member for 37 months. Thank you. Made it. Yay. I'll catch the beginning later. Keep on being awesome. You don't want to watch the beginning.
Mm-hmm. It was a movie. Yes, it was.
About stuff and things.
This little chicken is a rain girl. I bet you two wish you had watched the movies on the list instead. Yep. Who decided to make their Call of the Cthulhu session into a big budget movie? The thing is, it's a big budget movie that doesn't end.
Yeah, it has no
Rotten
proper
Tomatoes
ending.
gave it a 22%. I once again must disagree with Rotten Tomatoes. That score is too high.
Was it the audience? Was that the critic score or the audience score?
Whatever score, it was too high. If that was worldwide, 99.999% of people did. Yes, you're correct.
Yeah. That's why it's called The Last House. It's the last house standing. But the house actually does end up sinking once they actually got outside.
But I want to mention, if the rainwater had decided, you know what, this chimney's a hole, I think I'm going to close it, they would have died.
Yeah. And they would have only
How
had
convenient.
They would have only had vegetables and would have died of meat deprivation.
All right, let's get into our last topic because we've already been going for a long time. Let's get into our last topic and then into memes. I want to get this done.
Yes. Oh wait, don't forget we also have a story and a diagnosis.
Yes, but we didn't even get to tier 1. Can we get to tier 1 before the end of this? After going through the entire presentation for 2 hours, can we get a tier 1? Maybe? Is that too much to ask?
Pretty
Here, look,
please.
I'll do the clip. Where's the clip?
That's the stuffers out of those ugly old piggybacks of yours! Come on, kids, give me all your money. It's for a good cause. Me! Come on.
This summarizes my thoughts about the movie.
Water everywhere, and all the people were trapped. Water everywhere, and the plot holes made this crap.
Yep. All right. Time to go into our last topic before the diagnosis and stuff. Are you ready?
Yes, go.
D23 is back again, and it's Disney's only hope.
Vision and Ahsoka.
You missed.
Yes, I know. Doomsday, Vision, and Ahsoka too, but Disney can't stay afloat.
X-Men casting joins the pile with another reveal or two.
But does anybody care anymore? Disney fans seem few. Okay, how do you want to speed through this?
We had D23 and we got a bunch of stuff. We got Doomsday, we got VisionQuest, we got Ahsoka, and then we got X-Men stuff. Are you excited? No.
Not really, no.
Let's go through them real quick.
Yes. So we'll start with Avengers Doomsday. And it was mostly about Doom.
I am Doom. I will do Doom things. It's called Doomsday. This makes sense because I am Doom. Doom. That's pretty much it. Doom.
Yes, that. I don't really think there's anything else to say there except Thor's hammer gets knocked aside like it's nothing again.
And and people were like, "Oh my god, he did the thing! He's so cool!" And he then goes, "Hell answers to me, for I am Doom."
And brings Sentinels to life.
Oh boy, I'm so non-excited.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about X-Men. They finally released the MCU lineup for X-Men. Sadie Sink is still Jean Grey. Kit Connor is Cyclops. Christopher Abbott is Professor X. Samara Weaving is Emma Frost. Inde Navarrete is Rogue. And Maya Boyd is Storm. Oh, and Adam Driver is playing Mr. Sinister.
Yay! Do I care about these new X-Men? No. Do I think they're decent castings? Maybe. Do I care about the show? No.
No, not at all. VisionQuest.
It's the end of a trilogy. A trilogy of what? TV shows that nobody watched.
Yeah, it's the conclusion of the story of WandaVision and Agatha All Along. For reasons.
Yes, and guess what? Ultron's in it, but he's a human, and he says Mazel Tov. It's a boy. It tries to convince Vision that his fake son that Wanda made up actually is real. Wow, I'm so not excited.
Yeah, because he is real in the Agatha universe somehow.
Oh boy, I'm so excited about no.
Yeah, and he basically inside his own brain. He interacts with all the other AIs that Tony created.
Oh boy, I'm so excited for not. I'm not.
I mean, it is a nice return of the actor who played 1940s Jarvis from the Agent Carter show that no one remembers. It's a nice way to bring him back into things. Yes, but it's a nice way to bring him back into things.
Okay.
And who's Thomas Shepard?
Who cares?
I don't know. The whole thing was very confusing.
I didn't care.
I was thinking that he tells Ultron human avatars only. I'm guessing they only did that for budget cuts.
Yeah, and know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking he at one point kisses Vision and goes, Mazel Tov, it's a boy. And I just think, Mazel Tov, it's trash.
I was thinking the same.
Okay, it's time for Ahsoka. Ahsoka.
Season 2 returns in January with Admiral Thrawn rallying the Imperial Remnant against the New Republic, or as he called it, the Rebel Alliance.
Yes, the New Republic that is Rebel Alliance. Also, by the way, we see a guy who has a double-sided lightsaber, but then he extends it further, and there's another lightsaber in the middle of his lightsabers.
That should not work. How does he
three
not?
lightsabers? It's a double-sided lightsaber with another lightsaber in the middle of it.
How do you even wield that without cutting your hands and face off?
I don't know. All I'm going to say is I really appreciate them cutting out the long pauses that we're going to get. Because you know how in Ahsoka season 1, they literally had where she would go, blah. They would stare at each other for like a minute. And then they would talk the next line and they would stare again. I really appreciate them cutting out all the nice long pauses. I will say, rest in peace, Ray Stevenson. Rest in peace, Ray Stevenson. Was one of the best parts of that show. It's a shame he's not with us.
Balin Skull wrote an article about that.
Yeah, but I'm not interested in this. Guys, I know it's crazy, but all these sound terrible. I'm not interested at all.
I want to mention is Hayden Christensen returns as Anakin. He's interacting with adult Ahsoka and appearing in flashbacks with training young Ahsoka. And his ghost tells adult Ahsoka, "I'm always by your side." And I'm thinking, and not your son?
Yeah, my favorite part is when it's like, oh, my son, he's gonna almost try to kill his what's it called? He's gonna try to kill his nephew. I'll be fine.
Yeah, why is I get that masters and Padawans end up forming a parent-child relationship and a lot of the time, which they definitely had in the Clone Wars, but he has an actual flesh and blood son. Why isn't he hanging around him?
Because that would mean that we'd have to have plot that makes sense in a Disney Star Wars stuff, and we can't do that because that's too much fun. That'd be too good. It'd be good writing. We can't do that. Too difficult. Yeah, so that's D23. We also got some news about Lilo and Stitch 2, which is going to have Angel in it.
They shouldn't even be making a 2 because they completely destroyed the first one. By
Ohana means everybody gets left behind because my beliefs are more important than yours.
Yeah, and she leaves for to study marine biology in the mainland, even though is it the best marine biology school in Hawaii?
Who cares? At
Oh,
this
I've heard.
point, I'm done with this. This is just boring at this point. I do not want to deal with any of this stuff.
Agreed. Skip.
All right. Well, I think we're almost done. Unfortunately, we didn't even get to tier
Diagnosis,
1.
story, memes.
No. Poll diagnosis story memes.
Yeah, that too.
We didn't even get to tier 1. Oh well.
Yeah. Boo.
Well, hey, we're gonna have more mouths to feed soon, so if anybody wants to, you can.
Mhm.
Okay, we got at least 100 likes. Okay, so 100, at least 100 votes. Okay. Punch the like button and clock in the night shift. Will Doomsday save the MCU? And leading with 39% is no, it's doomed. Followed by 30% say the MCU is still going. 16% say that it's too big to fail. And then 15% say take the MCU and move it elsewhere.
Pull over.
Pull over. Okay, let's get into the diagnosis and then the story and then memes.
We'll try to make it quick.
Ready?
Yes. And now it is time for the diagnosis of the week.
Where we take events from the week and relate them to a mental illness.
Because Hollywood is full of them, and you should be aware.
And we have an interesting diagnosis for you this week.
Do tell.
The diagnosis for this week is the Einstellung effect.
Please explain.
The Einstellung effect is a recognized cognitive phenomenon in which previous experience creates a mental set that interferes with seeing alternative interpretations or solutions. Once a particular framework has worked or become familiar, the mind continues applying it to new problems, even when the situation has changed or a different approach would fit better. Experience becomes a fixation, and the tool that once helped solve the problem starts limiting how the problem can be seen.
In relation to today's topics, with Decolonizing Cozy Games, the Einstellung effect is exemplified by approaching nearly every cozy game convention through the same decolonial framework: farming, food restoring HP, 4 seasons, family structures, museums, outsiders helping communities, and even methods of keeping time are filtered through one established interpretive lens. Once the framework is set, almost every mechanic becomes another version of the same problem.
With The Last House, the Einstellung effect is exemplified by a story that eventually reduces its entire survival conflict to the same moral solution: compassion. Ruth spares the ferret, the family spares the creature, and 5 years of the horror film that returns to that same answer for humanity's larger conflict. The story finds its hammer, and suddenly even the apocalypse looks like a nail.
And with Disney's D23, the Einstellung effect is exemplified by Disney returning to the same franchise playbook that once guaranteed cultural attention: Avengers, X-Men, Star Wars, familiar characters, and massive event announcements. The strategy worked for years, so the response to declining excitement appears to be another version of the strategy that created the previous success. The audience may have changed, but the solution remains familiar.
And that's why he feels a great diagnosis for this week.
Agreed. All right, story time.
I wish we had gotten at least a tier 1 after doing that whole thing. No one else is going to suffer through that entire thing but us. You all know that.
Yeah.
All right, but let's get to the let's get to the story. So, honey, do you want to explain the story of what happened on our trip?
Yeah, we went to the FNT meetup in Vegas. The ride to Vegas was torture.
Yeah. So we decided to be smart and take a bus because it would be cheaper. It was not smart because the bus didn't have AC and it broke down.
technically, first we had a bus that was supposed to be good. Then it canceled on us last minute, so we had to book another bus that was earlier and a different brand of bus. And it had absolutely no AC the entire time, from the time we got on to the time we got off. Those types of buses are supposed to have curtains you can pull down if it's too sunny. It did not have those curtains at all.
But it's okay. It only broke down 11 times.
We counted 11 times.
They had to pull over. The driver had to. Too hot.
The driver 11 times total. The driver had to pull over because the bus was overheating.
Yeah, so we finally got there, and it was fine. We got good food or whatever. We went to the event. The event was fine, but unfortunately, it was mostly outside because the venue was too small. And it was 115 degrees in the shade. So it was
at night.
Fun. At night. So it was not fun. We did get to see people. We even got to meet real-life fake wizard who knew who we were and other people. It was fine.
And we got to show everybody, and I got to show off my best kept not kept secret.
Yep, that most of you know if you've been
that you'll only know if you've been here, if you've ever been here until the end.
Yeah, if you guys don't know, if you're here till the end, you guys will know. Raven's pregnant, so
yeah,
there you go.
I'm pretty far along now, and it was very obvious when we were there. I got lots of congratulations.
Apparently, their erotic has already decided no more August. Good.
Ugh. Well, hopefully,
yeah. So it was fun. We got through everything. It was fun. It was enjoyable, but it was too hot.
Way too hot.
To meet a couple people, which was pretty cool. One of them actually was earlier in the chat. And we got to meet. I saw a couple of you guys in the chat. A couple of you approached us, which was really nice that you're able to recognize us.
Someone shouted out your username for some reason.
Yeah, when we walked in, someone's like, "Master of the TDS." I'm like, "Where?" Like, what? Huh?
What?
You caught me?
Yeah, I was like, that was random.
Yeah, but anyways, yeah, that's pretty much it. It was fun, but I hate the heat, and I will not do that again in the heat. No, thank you.
Yeah. Fortunately, the bus ride home had workable AC and curtains.
Yes, but also, to be fair, we're probably not going to go back to a meetup for quite some time because
we are about to be a family of 3.
Yeah, so we're going to be busy with that stuff. We'll still have streams, obviously, but we'll work around.
We'll try to have streams, but they probably won't be for a while after.
No, we'll probably have a little break afterwards, obviously. But we'll be back. We're not going to go away for a year or anything. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I would have gone to be if I had an event that Saturday. It's cool. If you're ever around, we can always talk. It's cool.
Yeah.
It was not worth sorry. It was a fun meetup, but it was too hot. All right. Are we ready for memes?
Yes. Bring on the memes. I need a brain cleanser.
Yeah, I did not realize it was going to take so long. I thought that, it'll be only 30 minutes. I should have cut half of it.
Yeah, well.
We'll see you on Twitter. Yeah, I'll be around. We'll be around. There might be a couple of weeks where we take off, but we'll be back eventually when we figure out a routine. Okay, let's go in to, hold on, into memes. Ready?
Yes.
All right. I wanted to go over these people who didn't see. We made 5 days of vacation. So on the first
day of vacation, my true love gave to me one soaked raven.
Now I'm sleeping on the couch near the TV.
On the second day of vacation, my true love gave to me a 2-mile hike.
And a cramp in my left knee.
On the third day of vacation, my true love gave to me 3 giant plushies.
And a suitcase that won't close for me.
On the fourth day of vacation, my true love gave to me 4 angry seagulls.
And no food left for me.
It's even sweeter because he would actually do that IRL. On the 5th day of vacation, my true love gave to me 5 bags packed.
And a sunburned goth who won't leave.
Yes, I did get sunburned. We both
I
did.
did too.
We both did. Ugh.
Doom says, put down that cookie.
Looks more like a pharaoh than Doom.
See me ink every once in a while. I'm not dead yet.
It's a flesh wound.
This is Doom's cozy game. Uh-oh.
What is
Vision
this?
the white void.
He's just a puppet in a white boy. Puppet in a white boy.
Turn it off, 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 turn it off.
Yeah, I'm good. Oh, Doom doesn't want to be responsible for chicken.
Keep hearing these strange sounds come up in the kitchen. Holy shit. It's the Slender Man. And he's cooking hot dogs on the stove. Hey, you hungry homie.
I feel like I'm acid trip, but I'm looking at that. Doom doesn't feel safe. She's scary.
Animal Crossing.
Yes. Huh?
That's pretty accurate.
SBI trying to link cozy games with colonialism. Nope, I'm out of here. Come back. It's your computer running away.
Yeah.
B to the SBI lady.
Oh, okay, they're talking about fictional characters. Fictional characters. Am I getting through to you at all?
No, you're not getting to her at all. Nope. What do you mean this corn is grown? It's from the market. My head hurts. So reacting the pain. Playing cozy games that fit what she wants, making a rambling rant about how cozy games eat food and have you do stuff.
Accurate.
Oh gosh, me to the SBI lady. I cannot believe how incredibly stupid you are. I mean, rock hard stupid, dehydrated rock hard stupid, stupid so stupid that it goes way beyond the stupid we know into a whole different dimension of stupid. You are trans stupid. You're trans stupid, meta stupid, stupid collapsed on itself so far that even the neutrons have collapsed. Stupid got so dense that no intellect can escape. Singularity stupid, blazing hot midday sun on Mercury stupid. You admit more stupid in 1 second than our entire galaxy admits in a year. Quasar stupid. Your writing has to be a troll. Nothing in our universe can really be this stupid. Perhaps this is some primordial fragment from the original Big Bang of stupid. Some pure essence of a stupid so uncontaminated by anything else as to be beyond the laws of physics and what we know. I'm sorry, I can't go on. This is an epiphany of stupid for me. After this, you may not hear from me again for a while. I don't have enough strength left to deride your ignorant questions and half-baked comments about unimportant trivia or any of the rest of this drivel. Duh.
Hi, I'm Dirt. You can play. You're not finishing that. I'm not finishing that. I'm not finishing that. I'm not finishing that sentence.
I ate paste. Not me. I don't eat paste.
It was the other person who ate the paste. Phrasing.
Phrasing. I ate peanut butter.
Yes, I did. It's been my lifeblood.
The water is colonizing me.
Excuse me.
You colonized my cozy game. What, Prada?
It is more or less what the aliens looked like.
My triple lightsaber. It was better designed. I am a projection of one too many death sticks. Master death stick. That's totally true.
Bless you.
Oh gosh, we made it through. It's almost 3 hours, but we made it through.
Oh, yay, it's over.
Yay. All right. Well, we're going to end off for tonight. We'll be back next week, I think, right?
I think so.
We'll keep you guys posted on any holidays. I'm pretty sure we'll be back next week. Let me double check. Oh, yeah. Next week is the 28th, is the 23rd. So we'll be back. We'll still be here.
Yeah. The holidays don't start until sometime in September.
Yep. So we'll keep you guys posted, but next week starts another
The
age.
future.
The
We're
future.
We're going back to the future.
Bum, 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 bum. But now,
remember, when the industry falls into parody,
you can always come to us for some gothic therapy.
Happy nightmares.
TikTok, the stream ends with midnight chimes. Pixelated therapy, cross digital lines. Hit subscribe for the void to make sense. Comment your woes, a form of recompense. Like the shadows merge in the twilight's haze. Our channel's a refuge, a weird therapy maze. Campaign shrink, we got you fam. Laughs and guidance in this goth jam. Like the video break, the algorithm style, share with your crew. Escape life's hell, from spooky memes to advice obscure. Here's your dark solace with humor as a cure. Own the night with our ghastly delight. Vendor of laughs in the negative light. Darker than your overcooked roast. Sub to the channel that you love the most. Bell tolls, it's the end time fair. But your issues, leave them right there. Strings of crypt, bury your dread. Return tomorrow for the undead.
I think it was Dostoevsky who said, "Later,